And we are here with another episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy
Yo,
Sarat, aka Makazi.
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta. Everybody all right?
Yo, what kind of bandana is that? Is that a camo bandana?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell if it was camo or zebra print.
There's some green in there. You can't see the green?
No, it's not that. It's just the way the white stripe was going.
Oh, oh, man.
No, it's so like whenever I see camo, I just I got a friend. I can say any names, but he mistook camo for zebra print, and
Oh, yeah.
he swore to me it was camo. I'm like, nah, bro, that's zebra print.
Yeah.
Well, I call it camo.
Yeah.
You can't just call it camo.
Well, I call it camp. I'm like, okay.
Man, what's good, bro?
Oh, man. Another day, man. Another day.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got a bit of a doozy of a movie in front of us. Like, this was not something I was expecting at all.
Neither do I.
Like, I didn't know what to expect. I assumed it would be just another like brainless comedy, just something just to put on and like be enjoyed. But nah, this one hit home.
Yeah, I think this one was I know we gave an observation last time of what we thought the movie might be, and just like a dude that lives carefree, whatever, which he does, but it has more of a personal touch to it, you know what I'm saying? Which is interesting.
Yeah, right. For those who didn't listen to our last episode, the movie we are talking about is called Our Idiot Brother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was my security update thing coming on. Hey, what's going on? Hold on.
Good timing.
It was basically the computer's way of saying before you start talking about the movie, what you drinking?
I don't change much. Got me a fresh bottle for the
one of these days. I want you to pull something out. I'm like, oh,
I did. I pulled the Hennessy out. He's like, I am proud of you. I ain't drinking that shit.
Oh, man.
Of course,
his Hennessy is in his house just to prove his blackness.
That's why I got fried chicken for that and grape soda.
Actually, man, when I was in Saudi Arabia, I showed you the picture of the soft drink.
You put it on the podcast.
Called black soft drink.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's just Red Bull. I was so disappointed that it's just Red Bull.
Yeah.
Because like there's just I would think that like in other countries that don't have the cultures, as many cultures in it that like we do, they would have some kind of products that would kind of lean towards stereotypes because they aren't sure what those cultures like. So I don't know.
Yeah. What about you? What are you drinking?
All right, so I got two different things right here. One is this one called, it's from Drecker Brewing Company out of Fargo.
Plop.
Where's the camera? There we go.
Right there. Plop.
Yep. Plop.
Okay.
And it is a mango pineapple fluff, hefty fruited hard seltzer.
All right. No, so don't shake it too much. It's a seltzer.
But if I have two cans of that. If I make it through that, then I got a can of my Fit Aid Zero Sugar. It's a little energy drink kind of thing. I like these a lot, actually.
Alcohol free or no alcohol with it?
Yeah, there's no alcohol in this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. If I make it through these, these drinks, but I just because I really like this movie, I was like, you know what, I might should I start this podcast off with a shot just because I think this movie deserves it. I feel like if we watch a really good movie, I might have to be like, you know what, this one deserves a shot.
You know what? Shots are right up my alley. I don't care if it's a bad movie, 8:00 in the morning, 3 a.m.
Yeah, you ain't. Your shots don't discriminate.
Nah, not at all.
I, on the other hand, are a little more judicial about my shit. So, hey, you know what? I think I will grab a shot because I really, really, really like this movie.
And here's the plan with this bottle. It's supposed to make it through the whole month of March. This same bottle.
Keyword being supposed to.
Yeah.
All right, let me go grab a shot so I can.
I'll just give you a heads up. So next week when I show it, it should be right where I left off today.
You should take like a silver marker and you should mark a line. A line, and then you can't go past that line during the week.
I think I got some tape. I don't got no silver marker.
Tape. You know how big that shit's gonna look when you put.
Just rip a small piece off.
Yeah.
I got razor blades.
You should. Yeah, you should. But yeah, you should mark a line and be like, I can't pass this line every week.
We'll see.
But it was a leap week. All right, I'm gonna grab a shot.
I'll be waiting for you.
Talk to the camera while I'm gone.
Yeah, let them know. Ripping open this nice fresh bottle of Jack Daniel. Fresh to death. Got a trusty shot glass. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Whiskey, best thing ever created. Oh yeah. So, if you watched the movie, I hope you enjoyed it. If you got out of it what we may have gotten out of it, I hope you tune in and you can chime in. Let us know what you thought about it because we're about to get into it.
All right, and so this microphone. I actually thought about upgrading the microphone.
I said, just put some tape on it. So you got a short somewhere.
No, I know. I think it's just this thing is like loose, like the cable. I think I might have to get a new cable or something like that. Mm-hmm. But just I don't know. Like I see all on a lot of the other shows they use like the Shure mics. I was like, I wonder how that sounds compared to this one. But if you followed other episodes, you notice that. Oh, look at you with your red wine.
Oh, yeah, got to keep it kind of sophisticated.
Yeah, he a 45-year-old soccer mom.
What a shot of Hey, I'm keeping up my diet. I'm doing pretty good. I got me a 5,000 calorie salad waiting for me.
Well, I bet you it's got like very little salad and a whole lot of other stuff.
It's in a fucking mixing bowl.
Dude, it's gonna be a steak and bacon with some coleslaw. I'm like the coleslaw salad.
I don't even like coleslaw. I got a couple of shreds of lettuce in there. Some cherry tomatoes.
No, because so if you've watched other episodes, you'll notice that I go to the bathroom a bunch of times, and every so often we walk away from the camera, and I've noticed that there's a little bit of dead air in between there. I prefer not to do too much editing. So if there's no editing in those, if there's no spaces in those, it's probably because I edited them out. But I prefer to just keep it going. So if we could, talk to the camera, talk to the audience while the other person's gone, that would make it a plus.
I just don't know how to talk to myself.
You're not talking to yourself. You're talking to the people.
Your
imagination.
I'm gonna start talking to Michael Myers back there and the new Joker doll you got over there.
Oh yeah, I got the Joker and then it's got like the sugar skull face, and I got Sakura here. I was gonna put up my Miles Morales Spider-Man, but it's got too many parts to it, so I gotta put it together the way I like. Because it's a statue, so he comes with like a beanie, a backpack, a scarf, different hands, different eyes.
Really?
Yeah. You ever seen like the Hot Toys kind of toys or statues? Like they're all collectors and stuff. But one day when you get a shelf behind you, I will buy you your first hot toy.
My toys are a little different these days.
Yeah, I know your toys are a little more high powered.
Yeah. But nah, all the reason why I'm surprised is because I didn't know. Well, because Miles Morales is Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they actually would do that, but
yeah. Cool. So like the Hot Toys, and this is I am not sponsored by Hot Toys or anything like that, but like we have a close working relationship with them, and those guys are awesome. And one of the things that's dope about like their statues is if you look at them, it'll look like the costumes are painted on there. It's not painted. That's actual fabric that they designed to make it look like the actual outfits. Matter of fact, let me grab this Spider-Man real quick. Hold on.
Ooh. I've never seen this before. I don't think I've ever heard of it. It's going to be interesting. Hot toys.
All right. So for those of you listening, I just grabbed my Miles Morales hot toy, but this is it so far.
Oh, cool.
And comes with the backpack and stuff like that. So yeah, like you can see all the details in the backpack and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like it looks like it would be like a painted costume on there, but it's not. It's actually fabric.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's actually the actual costume around it. So when you bend the arm, like you can see it crease like it would on the actual person.
That's what's up.
And shit like that. So yeah, I got to set it up to where it's gonna look right, and then it's gonna go right here. It's gonna be right where Ryu is.
Okay.
So yeah. So
cool. Learn something new every day. I never heard of hot toys.
Bruh, once you get a shelf, they have some dope Incredible Hulk ones. Oh yeah, you're gonna be like, God damn.
Incredible Hulk and Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, they got some. Dude, they got a. I'm not gonna say it anymore. Let's say
that for later.
Anyways, let's give a shot to our idiot brother.
Indeed.
What do you? Yeah. Oh yeah, you got whiskey. I'm shooting peanut butter whiskey right now.
Yeah. No, I'm shooting. Take Daniel.
Yep. Haven't had a shot in a while.
Did it burn?
Woo. In a good way.
I like that. Some water?
Nah. Actually, I think some of this stuff spilled on my ankle. Just licking my fingers.
Oh, no, wait. on your ankle? Okay.
Because I was pouring it in front of me like this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like just like a little bit of it trickled down.
I was going to say, how the heck did that happen? But okay, cool. Makes sense now.
And why am I like picking it off my ankle and licking it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So our idiot brother, first and foremost, did you like the movie?
I did. It was a movie I picked off the last minute. As I said last time, I just typed in the word idiot and it came up. I said, this is what we're doing.
Okay. So why did you look up the word idiot? You had to have been in some kind of mood or some kind of mode at the moment that like it made you I want to look up a movie with the word idiot.
Honestly, me and you, we talk off camera all the time. I really just think subliminally, I was just tired of dealing with like idiot situations, idiot people, just things that are just stupid for no reason. It's good.
That is very good. This plop from Drecker's. Holy shit. That's a nice summer drink right here.
And you said it's a seltzer?
It's a seltzer, but it's like fruitier and it don't taste like tangy. It doesn't taste super like sugary. God damn, 5.8% too.
Oh yeah, that's my kind of drink. Fuck the fruit and everything. I want the alcohol.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. So you were just what tired?
Yeah. Like I think it was more of a subliminal choice. Like because when I really picked it, as like I mentioned in the last episode, if you guys watched or listen, I always just find like a random word, first word that comes to my mind, whether it's a number, word, whatever, punch it in, and whatever comes up, that's what I go with. And the word of the day happened to be idiot, and I really think it was just somewhere laid in my subliminal because of different situations, and that's what it came down to be.
I feel like that drives a lot of like the movies I watch, especially when I'm at home, like streaming a movie. Like sometimes you're going through some shit, or you're just something happened that day where someone cut you off, or some lady at Target was arguing with the cashier taking too long, and you're just like, I'm tired of dealing with idiots. I'm tired of watching idiots ruin just affecting my day. So then you go home, you're like, fuck it, let me watch a movie about some idiots.
Yeah. And that's why I think it was more subliminal, because I didn't think about what the title or anything. It's just the first word that came up.
Yeah.
So.
And what did you expect? What did you expect when you see our idiot brother?
Well, based on the cover, I thought it was like a carefree hippie dude because of the long hair, and he's laying in the grass. And I just really think he's just like one of those people that live so free. I'm trying to make sure I worded it the way I worded it last week, because I talked about it, where he just lives free with but he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Just like we the way we discussed it last week was he lives very free, while everybody else lives like in tune.
Yeah.
But if he's like the smartest one.
Yeah.
If I think if that's what we used last week.
Yeah, I think so. I think we were talking about like, he might be the one who seems carefree and like not attached to anything, but he might be the actual like smartest one out of the group.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of the gist I was getting to, because I was like, just from a story standpoint, if you're highlighting the idiot brother, then you figure at some point in the movie he's got to show that he's not actually the idiot brother, just from a story standpoint. Because if you're watching a movie about the idiot brother and you call it like I don't know, like kind of like Dumb and Dumber, like they're two dumb dudes, but they somehow managed to stop a kidnapping case. So eventually at some point they got to do something that rectifies that whole, okay, maybe they're an idiot, but maybe they're not an idiot. That, if you catch my drift. Yeah,
because this movie had in my opinion, a whole different outlook on idiot.
Yeah,
because you got any idiot brothers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So do I. You know what I'm saying? And I call them idiots because they just do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? This one, to me, wasn't more of him being an idiot. It was more of him being innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got like my brother. No, my brother's not an idiot. He works at the hospital. Great guy. He's got a great personality.
I'm trying to see if you're gonna go with this.
No, but like,
because I don't think he's idiot either. But we all know.
No, there was literally one time I was at home, right, sitting on the couch doing something. I had to be like 17 at the time. Sitting there, all of a sudden the phone rings. So I pick it up. I'm like, "Yo," he goes, "Yo, Srot." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yo, you home?" I was like, "You called me on the house phone. What you think?" And he goes, "Man, shut up." What do you expect me to say when you say something like that?
You should have said no. That'd have been funny.
Well, I just saw for me, a situation like that is like, he's not an idiot. He just had an idiot moment, which I have those all the time. So I ain't judging nobody.
Yeah, you and me both. Well, I think everybody in the world does. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. And I think when a person tries so hard to portray themselves as not the idiot, in my opinion, they end up looking like more of an idiot.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people in this movie like kind of fall into that category.
Yeah. When you said it's just there's one part that I know we'll get to that I'm not gonna say it was the funniest part of the movie, but it did make me really, really laugh a lot.
See, there's a couple different ones in here that are like that, so I'm sure you related to some of it.
Yeah.
But no, like, okay, so like the theme of this movie is like, okay, it's our idiot brother. So essentially, like, you have a family of 3 sisters, which I actually thought was dope. It's 3 sisters who are the smart ones who have their life together. And then you have the idiot brother played by Paul Rudd, and he just recently got out of jail and he's trying to get his life back together.
Well, actually, he went to jail at the beginning of the movie. How the whole movie starts is interesting, but we'll get into that because I want to break down the sisters real quick. If you break down the 3 sisters, you got one that's more business oriented, the one that's like a house mom, and then a lesbian. So then you have him who's this carefree person. So I like the fact that they took 4 characters that are a family and all extremely different. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that, and I liked how they also like say, for instance, the one that was like the stay-at-home mom, the housewife, so that like they alluded to her being like, "Yo, you used to be the pretty one, you used to be the one that everyone loved, and now you're this." Like, it was like everybody's character arc. Everybody had a really good character arc. You saw like when they were at the beginning of the movie to where they ended up at the ending, like you saw a good story for everyone, not just the lead character.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what'd you think of the cast?
I thought the cast was actually pretty cool. I know I've seen this guy before, but I really don't remember his name. The married one's husband.
Steve Coogan.
Okay, what movies has he done? He's been in a few.
He was the director in Tropic Thunder.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Man, Tropic Thunder is so good. I wish we could talk about that movie on there, but it doesn't fall into the category. But if you want to just laugh, and you're not afraid of getting offended, go watch Tropic
Now
Thunder.
they changed some shit up because after all this whole cancel culture and can't say this or that, like I don't think a lot of people give Robert Downey Jr. a lot of credit that he deserved for playing the role because
dude, he got I think he got nominated for an Oscar for that role.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I know there's a lot of things that he said in the movie that aren't in the movie now.
Really?
Like, yeah, they edited it out, or they like because I was watching it specifically for one part. What do you mean, you people? That's not in the movie no more. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, like because this whole.
But did you watch it on TV or did you watch it streaming?
I want to say streaming. I think it was Amazon.
Oh, I'll have to check because I watched. When I first watched it, I watched it in the theaters. I thought it was hilarious. Then when I got home, I bought it on the director's cut, and I got so used to watching the director's cut that when I went back and watched the normal one, I was like, "Yo, do they edit a bunch of shit out of the movie?" But it was because I was watching the regular version, not the director's cut.
Then you know what? Then before I put my foot in my mouth, maybe I watched the director's cut first.
Yeah,
and then watch the other one.
Yeah, because there's little things in the director's cut where like I don't see it in the regular. I'm like, what happened to that line? What happened to this? Yeah. But Tropic Thunder is fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh. Dude, I was crying from the jump when they had all the fake trailers.
Yeah.
And
Al
Pacino did the booty sweat commercial.
Mine was the whole Tobey Maguire's character.
Oh, Satan's Alley?
Yeah.
when he was playing with the Buddha balls.
I'm like, yo, what the hell am I watching here, man?
He said Emmy Academy Award nominee Kirk Lazarus and MTV Best Kiss Award winner.
Yeah. But back to our idiot brother.
Yeah. So yeah, the cast I thought was really good. I thought every one of them played their role like really well. Like everybody was convincing. And like if everybody's rapport and their relationships with it, they all felt natural. Like I could actually see them all being actual family.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it jumps off like, he gets out of jail and he's trying to like find his way back and he's trying to find a place to live.
Well, you got to backtrack 5 minutes because he sells produce and he sells weed to a cop in uniform.
Okay, first of all, that's messed up.
It is
because this is Fred. That's someone he knew.
Yeah,
I think that was trying to like. I think that scenario is where you establish that he's kind of an idiot.
Yeah,
he sold weed to a fucking cop.
Yeah, and it makes you. It sets the tone for the movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
because it was like, because he didn't like go out of his way to like, I'm trying to sell weed. He was just innocently like, hey man, I can hook you up.
Yeah, because the cop walked up and was like, hey, you got that stuff? And he was like, no. And he was like, it's been a bad day, man. Been a bad week. Just a lot going on. He said, okay. Gave it to him. You're under arrest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he gave it to him. Then he was like, how much you want for this? He goes, no, I don't nothing. He goes, no, I feel bad. I can't just take it for nothing. I got to give you something.
Yeah.
All right, $20. All right, cool. Yeah, you're arrested.
Yeah. He was like, really?
So fucked up.
Oh man.
Should that be legal to do that to someone? Especially like, I mean, I get it if you're like a cop undercover or something like that. Like that's you. But if it's like, you have a prior relationship with this person, you're in the neighborhood.
He basically played them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they probably smoked weed together outside of uniform.
Mm-hmm.
He walked up there and he'd say, yeah, because you're my friend or I know you, whatever. Here, go ahead. Do you think?
Yeah.
Shot.
I'm sure like, what would you have done in that? Would you, if your boy was a cop and he walked up to you in that same scenario, would you give him weed?
That's what's fucked up because I would. That's my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would too. I think the only thing I wouldn't do is I don't need no money. Just take it.
I would have probably made it more secretive.
I would not. If it was my boy and he was like, yo, I've been going through some bad times, I'd be like, yo, just take it. I'd profusely be like, nah, I don't need any cash for it. So
yeah. Because that's what caused him to get arrested because he had to pay for it. Am I right?
Yeah,
versus just give it to him.
Yeah, because if he just gave it to him, it's not. He's not selling the weed. He's just giving it. But it's because with the intent to sell.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's legal. It's legal damn near everywhere now. So.
Oh yeah, this movie is what was it 2009?
I think so. I want to say it came out. There was a stretch of time where like I want to say like that whole crew, like the Judd Apatow crew, like Paul Rudd, Jason Segel, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, all of them, like they were just coming out with movies like back to back. Like this fucking I Love You Man. Well, no, I Love You Man. That's fucking I Love You Man.
Look it up. Keep talking.
Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Fucking 40-Year-Old Virgin. This is 40. Like all these movies that kind of all had the same feel. Like if you told me all these movies took place in the same universe, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can believe it because they all kind of got that same tone, same feel to it.
That was 2011. So yeah, close enough.
Okay, holy shit. Yeah. That was before I even moved to Florida. Goddamn.
Yeah, I had just moved to Chicago.
Why did a movie like this skip your radar?
Because like you said, at that time, a lot of movies came out for getting Sarah Marshall, all the things. And I just felt like it was going to be because I really thought it was going to be a comedy.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be like one of those like dry humor comedies or whatever. It's just like, yeah, it's funny, but not really.
Yeah.
And
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like it didn't get my attention wanting to go see in the movie theater. Like, I
think, like I said, like with a lot of those movies coming out around this time, it just felt like, oh, it's another one of those comedies. I don't need to watch it right now.
Yeah,
that's how I felt. Which I'm actually upset because after watching, I'm like, man, I really wish I had seen this then. Like, it was, come on, god damn it, security shit.
Why you look like a baby throwing a tantrum?
I don't want, cause man, the fucking I like one of these days, I think it's gonna pop up. I'm gonna hit it accidentally, and it's gonna like we're gonna have to stop recording and shit because it's fucking trying to refurbish my fucking laptop and crap. But, anyways,
this is what I want to say before that happened.
Good.
Maybe the timing was just right.
There you go. Okay, yeah. So and then sometimes that's what happens with movies, right? Like you don't see them when they first came out. You see them when the universe says, "Hey, go watch this movie."
Yeah. Well, and that's anything in life, whether it's making a deal, eating some food, whatever, It's like, yeah, when it came out, I wasn't interested in it, and here it is 10 years later, and I actually tried it, and it's like, I'm happy I watched it 10 years later because I think differently about things 10 years later.
Yeah.
Like if I watched this movie basically 10 years, 11 years ago, I think I would have still felt the same way. Nah, I think it would just been like a movie I watched. It'd have been okay. Yeah. But now where I am in my life and everything, I just say, I understand a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, timing is everything.
Yeah. That's definitely true. And like, I've contend to this, like, to me, the universe puts a lot of things in front of you and for you to go find them. And whenever you end up finding them, it's usually the right time.
Yeah.
My only reservation when it comes to that type of psychology is that, like, I think a lot of people will see stuff like that and be like, what the universe put this in front of me at this moment for a specific reason. Where in my head, it's like, no, the universe put this here for you and you watched it. Cool. But now it's up to you to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
Because, people will say, okay, the universe put this here, so I gotta, take it and do something with it. But no, like you can either take something and do something with it, or you can just leave it as it is. But, take responsibility for what you do with the knowledge you just gained. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
There's a book I love to read, the children's book, All the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss.
Yep.
And I can honestly say I probably read it about 4 times. And I was given this book when I was 22, 23. That's when I first was given the book by a friend. And I read it and I understood it at 23. And then I read it. I read it again a couple years later, and I always find something different every time I read it. And it's a kid's book, but it's like the older I get, something else in that book hits me a little differently. Yeah. And the book disappears. Like, I swear, there's a copy in my house right now. I don't know where it is, but I guarantee I'm gonna find it when I need to find it, and I'm gonna read it again. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a big book or a small book?
No,
30 pages, 50 pages?
Maybe like a what's that? That regular 8x10 book?
No, but I mean, is it like a long book, like 30, 50, 100 pages or something?
No, it's Dr. Seuss. It's poetry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Don't get offended. Don't get offended.
Look, I'm about to get offended because you're from Massachusetts, like I am. Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm pointing at you like seriously. You can't look. I'm stuttering right now. I can't get the shit out. No, that's the home of Dr. Seuss. He's part of our education.
No, yeah, he holds a soft spot in my heart. He's actually one of the reasons I wanted to become a writer. Yeah. But all right, so at this point, he got arrested for selling weed to this dude, to a cop. Now he gets out of prison. He's just trying to get his life back together.
Yep.
He just tries to go back to his farm.
Yeah.
I guess back to his hippie friends, and his girl
has a new hippie boyfriend.
I know, who's like one of his best friends.
Yeah.
And like, she's just being a straight asshole.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like, she's only thinking of herself, thinking of the situation she's in. And the thing is, she's thinking of the situation she's in, but she's using, what life is right then against, Paul Rudd's character. Like, she's like, with the dog.
Yeah.
She's just basically just using, the dog against him because she knows he really wants the dog.
Yeah. And
I felt for that because me and my dog, like, joined at the hip.
Yeah, tattooed on your arm. That's everything you need to know. But
yeah, that little boy right there.
Yeah. Shit. My dog's on the couch sleeping.
Ray's on the floor sleeping.
See, you said Ray, I said my dog. There's a big difference.
Oh man, I mean, like, I don't. I can't understand when the type of people who will use things against other people. I don't get that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me because, for me, it's like, I guess I have empathy for other people and their situations. And like, no matter how I feel about that person, I can still understand how that person feels. And so at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to be in a worse off state than they need to be.
Yeah, I understand that. And
because you're the complete opposite. You're like, fuck you.
I mean, but not off the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when I get to that fuck you stage, I'm there for a reason.
Yeah.
My first impression is not to be an asshole to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you show me who you are, then okay, I can be who you are times 10. You know what I'm saying? So,
but what causes you to get into that mindset? Because for me, if you show me how much of an asshole you are, I'm just like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's the asshole you are. It's just, you can go do you, I'll go do me. Just, I know just don't expect me to have that same energy that I once had with you because of the type of asshole you are, where you're like, whatever energy you give me, bitch, I'm gonna give it to you tenfold.
So that you know how shit of a person you are, and I'm big enough to take it. And I don't mean like big enough in size, just big enough in my confidence. Yeah, but I don't give a shit what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's not taking it. That's expelling it. That's taking it and expelling it, even harder. Well, like what drives you to expel it even harder? Is it kind of I need you to feel how I feel, but worse?
Yes. That's actually exactly that's when I get really, really pissed off. Like, and when I get to that point, then no holds barred, you know what I'm saying? But before then, I'm doing a whole lot of talking, trying to meet a middle ground. Actually, not even middle ground, trying to understand what causes you to think and be this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you continuously want to do it, or a person does, it's like, you know what? I was trying to be cool, trying to keep it simple, at least be cordial, because I really don't like the way you are. But now, since you think being this way is cool to people that don't deserve to be treated this way, I'm about to give you your own medicine a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now when you get mad, I hope you want to fight me. That's it. Because then I got a reason to whoop the fuck out of you. But that's that. But I'm gonna try to beat you mentally first. If I can beat you mentally, then shit, physically ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For me, I don't know if I don't know if it. I don't know if it means much to me to beat someone else mentally. Because in all honesty, if I feel like I can beat them mentally, and chances are I know I can beat them mentally, then it's not even worth it to me.
It's not, and I'm trying to use my words correctly. It's not like I wake up seeking people to beat mentally. It's just when I run into people that think they're superior or think they're better or think they deserve to be the way they are, or whatever. My first issue is I need to know why.
Yeah.
Because you might have been through some shit that changed up your way of living. Okay, cool. I get that. You know what I'm saying? And then I have a better understanding, which equals a respect for it. And then we can move around. But if you just be like, shit, because I can, then this, okay, you're fucking up. Because there's a lot of innocent people out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not one of them. I got a track record. But there's a lot of people that don't know how to stand up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna let you be this way towards these people because this person doesn't know who they really are, strong enough to fight you back. But I am. Yeah. Do that same shit to me.
So you're saying if someone you knew ordered a sandwich and it didn't come cooked the way they wanted it cooked. So yeah, that's what something that happened along my birthday where a friend of ours, his food didn't come the way he wanted it, and Chris is ready to rip the entire restaurant down to let that manager know, like, hey, you're out of pocket, you're mistreating this man wrong for no reason. Where I understood exactly how Chris felt, but in my opinion, I was like, if this man don't want to stand up for himself, then that's on him.
I mean, I understand that, and this is what pissed me off about it. It was the fact that when he asked, because he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't being rude. He was there.
Yeah, he wasn't being rude at all. He was being very nice about it.
Yeah, he just said, "Hey, can you cook this a little longer? Because I see some red in here, whatever." And the waiter was even like, "Okay, cool, no problem. I take it back." It was when he turned the corner and I seen the manager stop him, and she's just yelling out, like she's not being discreet, she's not being nice. She's like, basically, in so many words, fuck him. He's gonna eat what we gave him. That's what it basically came down to.
Yeah.
And he brought it back like that's the way it comes. And and our friend was just like, okay, like, and I'm like, fuck this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because and that's what pissed me off. Like, the whole restaurant just heard her going off.
Yeah.
And he was being polite. All he did was ask you to cook it a little longer. He didn't say, give me a new dish, change it up, just throw it back on the grill for like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just fuck that. I don't care. I don't care. No,
I think your heart was in the right place. Your heart was in the right place. Totally agree.
That's what triggered it. Just because I heard her. If I would have never heard her voice and he brought it back, everything could have took place. But if I never heard her voice and he brought it back, then okay, that's I gonna say the name. My bad. Shit. Hopefully nobody caught that. But you know what? Just order something different.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear her be a bitch about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was it.
Yeah.
So since you want to be a bitch, be a bitch back. Fuck you.
Yeah. You heard the energy she was giving the situation to.
Yeah.
All right. So now this dude's back with his family because now he's just trying to find a place to live. Mm-hmm. And not for nothing, like no one in his family wants him around except for his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he stay with his mom in the first place? Because she felt like she was the only one that was like accommodating him.
I think he chose not to stay because he wanted to be a man.
Okay, yeah.
So I think he because I really want to say she was like, yeah, you can stay. He was like, no, I got to go on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's when he went to the ex-girlfriend or his house that he got kicked out of.
Yeah.
And it ended up going with his sister.
Dude, and then the new boyfriend was like, well, if you want to pay her rent, maybe you can stay in the barn in the back.
He was like, really?
Really? How much? Yes, he was, she usually charges $400. For you, I think she'll go $500.
Yeah. He was like, okay. He's like, that's not good, man.
I laughed. I was like, did I just hear that right?
Yeah. But that lets you know how innocent he is, because even though she's trying to, or not trying, she's being a straight ass to him.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, like even though you're giving me your ass, I'm still gonna take it and hold it close to me. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, he'd have let all that go. He just wanted his dog back.
Yeah.
She was being a bitch about that. Like,
yeah.
And I was just like, come on, like clearly he was taking care of the dog way more than you were. Like you have no connection to that dog other than he wants the dog, so you don't want him to have it.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's some evil shit.
Yeah, you just want to be an asshole to be an asshole. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness, like that's so like you're gonna give this dog a lower quality of life just because you want to be an asshole and be petty towards someone else. Like fuck you, get out of here.
Yeah, for real.
That's a dog lover in me coming out. God damn it.
Yeah. Look, he look.
If you watch it, you know I'm throwing straight gut bombs. Like a bully, just.
Oh man.
All right, so so he starts trying to stay with his sisters, and again, like you said, there was 3 sisters. You had the business one who was like really about her job, about moving up in the world. She had just got a new job as like a reporter or some shit like that.
But he doesn't go with her first. He goes with the mom first.
Oh yeah, he goes with the family woman.
Yeah, because she said our door's always open.
Yeah,
and he showed that, hey, you said your door's always open. And she was like, oh God, like I was really joking, but okay.
Have you ever done that before, where you like you left an open invitation, hoping I hope this motherfucker don't say yes?
I want to say I have. I just can't think of a scenario right now. But
but I can't. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it off camera because I don't want to put the dude on blast.
No, fair enough. But I know I have, because it's like the right thing to do. But you're secretly, it's almost like you offer somebody some food. Hey, you want to bite of this? And you're like, please say no. Please say no. I'm like, yeah, like, here.
You're like, I don't really want. I want this whole sandwich.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, like so he gets in there and like he starts building a relationship with the son. And to me, the son was the only one who truly understood him.
I agree.
I think because they were both innocent.
They just saw the world and this is a great place to live. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And like I felt bad for the son because like the son, like okay, so this happens to a lot of kids nowadays. And again, we ain't no experts. We're just we're like moronic therapists. That's all we are. We just talk to each other. But I know there's a lot of kids who like are stuck in a situation where they're pursuing something not because they love it, because their parents want them to love it. Because I mean, I don't fault the parents, because the parents like they can see like, hey, if you get good at this, it's gonna lead to a better life for you. Yeah. But like, I guess, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I get torn between that, because like it's one of those things where I've had the situations where I've learned to love something. It wasn't something that I loved off the bat, but like, you know, in doing it, I learned to love it a lot. Prime example, volleyball.
That's an interesting statement.
I joined the volleyball team because my brothers were on the team, and I sucked, but I couldn't quit because my brothers are on the team. If I quit, I'm gonna look like a bitch. So I just kept at it. And next thing you know, I'm captain of the volleyball team.
But you know, volleyball ain't really a man sport anyways. I'm joking because I played too. It's actually one of my favorite sports. I'm just talking shit.
You're insulting a whole culture of Asians, bro.
Look.
We get down and some. The dude that played Shang-Chi because is good at volleyball.
Hey, I love volleyball. I'm just talking shit. He's like, you want to be a bitch? I'm like, well, you know. But nah, I get it.
Yeah, like I mean, I think that as a kid you don't understand that though. Right. As a kid, you don't understand that sometimes something you don't love right away, you learn to love later. Because that's why, you know, I mean, you ever had anything that like you just decided to quit because, you know, it wasn't going the way you wanted it to go. And then then later on in life, you're like, fuck, why did I quit that shit?
Yeah. Auto body, when I was doing that, I had, we know Putnam High School back in vocational. Yeah. And my first shop was auto body. And it was at the point where the juniors and seniors were getting all the attention of doing their projects and everything, so they can go into the world and, you know, get their jobs. Yeah. And I was a freshman. And there was a Camaro sitting in the back. been there, I guess, for some time. Yep. And I just started working on it. And the fact that I started working on it, the teacher took notice, like, okay, and let me work. Like every day I come in, suit up, and I made it my own personal project. It was in a corner by itself. Nobody touched it. And I want to say at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then because I started working on it, they started to pay attention to come help me work on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Until the whole car got redone because of my initiative, my interest in it. Ended up, I want to say it was 3 years. So the dude came back to get it. He said, "You're finally done with it?" He's like, "Yeah." And now I get it. But at the time, I was just like, I'm in school. I'm trying to learn something. And this, for some reason, has my attention that nobody else gives a shit about. Yeah. And then I changed. I got in trouble. and I couldn't go back to the shop for I was in-house suspension. So instead of going in-house suspension, I went and changed my shop.
Why did you get in trouble?
I don't fucking know. Who knows? I really don't remember.
High school shit.
Yeah, you know. So instead of me having to go to in-house suspension for like 3 days, I went and changed my shop so I can go do something different.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I actually wish I would have stuck with it, because I feel like I had a natural talent for it that just let it go.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things where, parents will try, parents will get their kids to take violin classes or piano lessons and shit like that. And you hate it as a kid. Then all of a sudden you're in high school and you're trying to hit on girls, and all of a sudden you whip out some piano keys, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, what's going on over here?" And then all of a sudden you realize that actually came in handy. Mm-hmm. But as a kid, you don't fucking think about that shit. It's just some shit that your parents gave you to fucking get you out of the house.
Pretty much.
So, but yeah, so so the son is enrolled in a lot of shit like that.
He's enrolled in ballet. He's enrolled in a lot of, what's the word I would use? I was gonna say the G word.
W. There were a lot of. No, I can't say the W word.
No. He's enrolled in a lot of
I say sophisticated.
Upper class activities.
A lot of bougie activities.
Yeah. And when he really just wants to do martial arts and eat Oreos.
Yeah, he saw the kids doing the martial arts class and stuff like that, and he really wanted to get into it. And then the parents are like, "No, we don't promote that kind of stuff in this family."
Yeah.
Which, if you're not a family that really pays attention to martial arts, I get thinking that I don't want to teach my kid violence. I get that. But it's not, because they don't realize martial arts isn't about violence. It's about
it's not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. Yeah. His daughter got into a fight, and apparently she is a G at fighting. You know what I'm saying? Apparently I think she got jumped by 3 people, and she won. Damn. Yeah, and she won. So I said, D? And look, I don't know, but he was like, okay. He says, so I got to figure what to do. And this is nothing against mixed martial arts, but if you put it in anything, put it in either boxing or any type of karate or jiu-jitsu, anything like that, because they come with the form of discipline. I feel like mixed martial arts doesn't give you that discipline. It's going there and you fight and you win or lose.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because mixed martial arts, again, if you're doing mixed martial arts, you initially you're starting out with jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. You pick your first discipline, and then mixed martial arts is learning a whole bunch of different disciplines. But technically, if you're going to go into jiu-jitsu, which I think would be perfect, because you could choke someone out, that's actually a good thing. That's still mixed martial arts. You're just starting with one discipline versus trying to learn them all at once.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's jiu-jitsu, and that's why I said either boxing or not. When I say karate, I don't mean just karate. I mean either jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, karate, because that's just all about self-control. And this is just my 2 cents. I feel like mixed martial arts, they're sitting there. Once they get that person on the ground, they're pounding them until the fight is over, until they break it up. In boxing, points, it's about strategy and everything. If you get a knockout, okay, cool. But you have a certain set of discipline that's installed in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I get that, but I feel like there's a lot of discipline in mixed martial arts, because you got to be aware of, hey, this other guy can come at me with a bunch of different shit too, not just me coming at them. And I get the whole when they're on the ground, you're pounding them, because again, they can come at you at any point. So your goal is, all right, I gotta keep them down until someone tells me to stop.
See, and if you looked at that at life, how you don't know personally in yourself when to stop.
Yeah.
Versus and like I said, this is my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Versus in boxing or any type of martial arts.
Yeah.
Okay, fight's over. I just kicked them, I punched them, they feel it. I don't need to do no more.
Yeah.
In MMA, nah, you don't stop till the whistle blows.
Yeah, but I feel like also, I guess with MMA, it's like, especially when you're doing it as a sport, like that's you're looking at it as at the sport thing, where like if in boxing, you're gonna hit the guy until he either gets knocked out or the ref calls the fight.
Yeah,
you're not gonna, or the bell stops and you have to stop. Same thing in mixed martial arts, but like you're not gonna sit there and just like be swinging on the guy. He's taking bobs, and if they don't stop it, you're not gonna be like, well, is the fight over because he's not blocking me? No, you're still gonna keep swinging until they say, hey, stop. So I feel like it's the same thing. Anyways.
Well, I mean, because I mean, we can go back and forth all day long. But I feel like if he's on the rope still standing, that means he still got fight left in him.
Same thing. If the guy's but if the guy's on the ground, right
and
here,
you're pounding him,
he could easily trap you in a knee bar. You ain't paying attention, knee bar, you're done. It comes out of nowhere. Because if you look at Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva, Anderson Silva was getting his ass beat. And then Anderson, one of the best dudes in the world, getting his ass beat for 4 rounds. And then in that 5th round, something happened. All of a sudden, he just caught Chael Sonnen in a fucking triangle, choked him out. So it's just one of those things where like it can have anything can happen. So I think it's hard to equate what happens during the actual sport versus how you apply it to life. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Like if I'm putting a fucking if I'm putting a rear naked choke on someone in real life and they go out, I'm not just gonna keep holding it till they die. I'm gonna hold it till they're out, then I'm gonna let them go and be like, all right, like, this fight's over. Versus if I'm in a fucking MMA fight, I'm gonna put him out until the ref says, hey, he tapped. Otherwise, he might fucking turn around and fucking turn it on me.
Yeah. All
right, but anyways, so the parents clearly aren't paying attention to their son.
Yeah, we were way off on that one, but yeah. Bring it back.
Clearly you're not paying attention to their son. The dad's a documentary filmmaker. He's filming some ballerinas
in the nude.
Well, imagine if someone told you that excuse. It's just filming. Just filming, because when things get like, personal stuff like that, sometimes, when she has to film naked, then I have to be naked too.
So that she feels comfortable.
Yeah.
And you know what? It would actually make a lot of sense to a stupid person.
Yeah. Like, I get that. I get that.
So everybody's naked. Okay, and you're filming. Okay, but then you're just like, what kind of filming are you doing?
Yeah.
Is this XXX?
But I mean, he was innocent enough to be like, that's my brother-in-law. He wouldn't do that to my sister. So if he's saying that's true, then okay. I'm gonna let him. I understand that. Like if you're an innocent person who just wants to believe in, the goodness of your family, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it too. It's just funny. Like somebody who actually really used that shit, probably been a child.
Yeah. You hear about that? You hear those kind of stories? Like, we were just wrestling. We're having fun.
Yeah.
We were just
wrestling. The kids like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. And then they try to wrestle their friends like that. Like, hey, what you doing, bro?
Yeah. Like, what? We're wrestling, right? Like, no. Get your Johnson away from me. Oh man.
But then how did he get kicked out of that house? It was because the husband didn't want him around no more, right? After that situation.
No,
because he didn't tell the sister.
No, he didn't get kicked out because of him walking in on the husband. He got kicked out because they thought he was a bad influence for the son.
Oh yeah, because the son wanted to.
All the real shit in their lives don't come out till later. It's the little petty stuff that they keep moving him around for.
Yeah.
So he got kicked out because they thought he was a bad influence on the son, and he goes with, I want to say, the lesbian sister.
No, I think the lesbian sister's last.
Okay, so
No, he goes with the business sister.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like he's trying to live on her couch, and she's trying to get this story on some girl. I don't even know what was her deal.
If I can remember, I think she she was like some celebrity or something, and she just had a major breakup.
Yep.
But she also was like a real activist and like shit that really, really matters, like health foods and stuff. I mean, I don't know what, I can't remember what it was, but like, clean air and eating healthy. But they wanted the story on the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She was trying to do all the activism stuff, and they just wanted the juicy details of how she broke with her boyfriend. She's like, I don't want to talk about this shit.
And she couldn't get a driver to do the interview that she had been waiting for because she wanted the promotion.
Yeah.
So she calls her brother, and then her brother and the celebrity end up hitting it off.
Yeah.
Because he's just simple.
Yeah, he's simple. He's genuine and he's honest. So like she felt a comfortability around her. Like, to her, he didn't want nothing from her.
Yeah.
Like this girl's obviously trying to get a story from her. But like she could tell, like, hey, she's trying to dig into some shit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what happens a lot of times when you get into conversations with people, is like you can immediately feel like off the bat, like, oh, this person wants something from me other than just my friendship.
Yeah.
And when that happens, like, a lot of times you back off because you ain't trying to deal with that shit.
Yeah. So with him staying with that sister, because by the end of the car ride, she's like, taste this. He's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? She's in the back. She's like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, he's the stupid one.
I think in her mind, she's like, I'm the professional. I'm the one who actually wants to be here. Why isn't she talking to me as loosely as she's talking to him?
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, she just doesn't get that, like, she's comfortable around him.
Yeah.
Like,
which is something I think very, very important in life. If you ain't comfortable around the people you with, you might want to think around the people you with.
Yeah, exactly. Like
if you're comfortable enough to be yourself.
Yeah. If you gotta watch what you say, or you gotta actually like can't open up fully around the people that you're with, then you have to ask yourself, like, okay, why am I around these people? And maybe you can get to a point where you do open up, and no one's asking you to open it up right away.
Indeed.
But, you just got to ask yourself, like, okay, why am I around these people if I feel like I can't be myself around them?
Yeah. Because it really, like you said, just about that comfort. Like even if you get into the dating world or whatever, everybody's always nervous. They want to put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
But if your best foot isn't a level of comfort, I mean, because everybody's on edge. They want to make a good impression or what's going on, what it may be.
Yeah.
And in my dating days, I found it so fun. Like, if the girl like farted, like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't hold this, because at that moment she doesn't care. I know it's a natural body function. Everybody does.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and it's the most frowned upon.
Yeah,
it's like, shit, look, I can't do this. I'm like, all right, cool, but it lets me know you're comfortable. Like when you had came to my house back in Atlanta, and the person you're with took her shoes off. Yep. And I was like, that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Because you're comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the backyard, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. It's the thing. It's like, I think sometimes people, they think too hard about, when you put your best foot forward, this is my own opinion. When you put your best foot forward, it's not your best foot. It's what you think they think is your best foot.
Indeed. Hey,
so, like,
repeat that shit one more fucking time for the universe.
All right. So when you're putting your best foot forward, you're not actually putting your best foot forward. You're putting what you think that they think your best foot is forward. And so you end up being someone who's not like fully authentic. You're not yourself. And I'm not saying you don't need to go into a situation and, expound everything about you. You don't need to let everything out, but you just got to make sure that whoever you are is someone that you're comfortable being, so that you can, you don't have to open up, but if you feel like opening up, you can, because you're that comfortable, Yeah. So then all of a sudden the sister's like getting jealous of him because he's getting, the information she wants. And now she starts doing what I hate. It's using your family members to get what you want.
Yep.
And that shit fucking irks me.
Not even using the family, using people close to you to get what you want.
Yeah. The people that you're supposed to love. Like, just in general, you shouldn't use people in general unless that's what they're there for. Like, you know, you have an employee, use your employee to do your shit. Yeah. But like when you're taking advantage of someone for your own gain, that shit fucking irks the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, before anything goes up, I gotta pee. So I want you to give the audience your 3 rules of dating.
My 3 rules? What the fuck? Do I even got 3?
Yeah, give me your 3 rules.
Do I even got 3 rules? Okay, in dating, my 3 rules. Shit. What the hell was that? Hold on a minute. I gotta go too. What was that?
Oh, this motherfucker left the camera too. God damn. I tell him to tell his 3 rules and he leaves. All right. So my 3 rules of dating. Mind you, I haven't done much dating in my life. Probably had like 3 girlfriends. 5 girlfriends. 5 or 4. I don't know. 5 or 4. Not much. But I don't do much dating. Like generally, I don't really date much. I usually don't date unless I feel like there's something there between me and the person. Anyways, 1, be yourself. At the end of the day, like she's gonna get to know who you are eventually. So just be yourself. You don't have to be your whole self. Just be yourself. 2, dress accordingly. Don't go out there just because you want to be yourself. Doesn't, just try to present yourself as in a good light. Put on a nice outfit.
My bad, huh?
Go ahead.
No, I feel like somebody just banged on my door real quick because even Juice got up, so I had to go see what the fuck was going on.
You got ghosts.
I don't fucking they'll get shot tonight.
Yeah. Shit. Was there anyone out there? Maybe they were just checking to see if anyone was home.
Okay. Fuck me if you want to.
They gonna learn today.
Yeah, for real. I got plenty of places to bury your body. Fuck with me. I shouldn't have said it online.
All right. Well, okay. So my 3rd rule for dating: on the first date, go do something that you actually enjoy, not what you think the other person's gonna enjoy. Because if she or he doesn't see you having fun, they're not gonna be having fun either. So just make sure whatever you guys are going to do that you enjoy it as well. Don't be trying to take no one to the opera if you don't like the fucking opera. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't even get to say my 3.
I know you didn't. I came back and it was gone.
Look, it literally happened right after you got up. I heard the bang, and you might even hear it on the audio when we were running back. But yeah.
Now I'm curious what it is.
So am I. And the only reason why it got my attention is because she got up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know it wasn't her.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways, so all right. So the sister's trying to take advantage of him in order to get further in life. And everything seems to be going okay until it's time for her to turn in the fucking the assignment. And she's trying to vet, her facts, and she can't fucking vet the facts, so she has to call her brother in.
Keep going. There's a mix up in there somewhere.
Well, she has to call her brother in to basically. Oh, give me a second. Riley looks like he's limping. Hold on.
What the hell's going on tonight?
Give me a second.
So I guess I'll give you my 3 rules of dating. Be unapologetically yourself. Don't be afraid to be you, because if you want somebody to love you for who you are, then be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of issues happen in life where it's like you were one person at the beginning and then you changed because you were only being what you thought they wanted you to be, as Sarat said earlier. Before you actually go on the date, or dating, like talk to the person. When, as he said, if you don't go to an opera, if you don't want to go to an opera, but if you know they like operas or they like Broadway shows, whatever the case may be, you have to show them, male and female, or in this day and age, shit, everybody's dating everybody now. If you really care about the other person you're dating, let them know that you are interested in what they're interested in. Like if they say, yeah, I like going to Broadway shows, then okay, cool. We're going to go to a Broadway show because I want you to know I care about what you care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like my second rule of dating. And my third rule, when it gets to the bedroom, you better deliver. Because if not, somebody else is going to.
True that.
I'm talking to like Sam Jackson, eat the booty, eat the pussy, eat everything. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Ryu's leg he was limping. I think he just got up and like his leg was asleep.
Oh, okay.
So it took him a second. As soon as I put him back down, he walked fine. So, anyways, yeah. So she needs her brother to vet these facts, and it doesn't tell you right off the bat if he said, yeah, it's true, no, it's true, whatever. But then, when they're walking away, she's pissed. He's like, what's going on? And then you get to realize like, nah, he couldn't do it. He wasn't gonna. He was like, yo, that shit was personal. You shouldn't have fucking wrote any of that shit.
Yeah, that's why I said the mix in between there is because she's interested in her neighbor. And he's interested in her, but they both won't talk to each other.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So she has the neighbor reading her story, but because she told her brother, her neighbor is like, what'd she say? He was too feminine or something like that? Or So when
not man enough or some shit.
Yeah. So when he's talking to the neighbor, just innocently talking, he's like, well, if that's the case, have your brother read this, and gave him the paper about the whole interview, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's how she gets caught.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's kind of fucked up that like when she was writing the story, she was just asking her brother like questions about what he talked to the girl about, and then using that information. Yeah. That's kind of like that shit is told in confidence. Like, so that's schemers. I don't know. Especially when they're family members, fucking schemers. Like,
you never see it coming.
Yeah, you don't expect the people closest to you to do that to you. And when they do, I mean, it causes a fucking ripple effect that like then you start questioning the rest of your family and all this shit. It's
yes, indeed.
You ever had that happen to you?
Oh yeah, family. Yeah. Well, yeah. one in particular, but yeah.
No, I've seen that happen with not me particularly, but like I've seen it happen from family member to family member where I'm just like, you motherfuckers, like why are you doing this? And I've never been able to look like I haven't talked to some of those family members in a long time. But like if I saw them, I'd still say what up and stuff like that. But like I've never looked at them the same since. It's always just like, all right, like we cool, you're my cousin and all, but at the same time,
Well, my Angela has one of the best quotes I've ever heard in life. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them.
Yep.
That's simple.
Yeah.
That's most of human beings' problem. They want to believe what they think they know.
Yeah.
And it's like,
are you guilty of that? Because I definitely am.
I've done it before. I'm definitely. I'm human. I've definitely done it where I fell in love with potential versus what really is.
Let me give a hand clap to that quote. Say that again. Say that again.
Yes, I fell in love with a person's potential versus who they really are.
Yeah. All right. I understand that wholeheartedly because there have been times where like I knew the person they could be. And that's just the idea of seeing them become that person was so like invigorating to me that I wanted to be there for that journey. But then at some point you're just like you gotta live with the person they're showing you, not who you think they can be. And sometimes the person they're showing you ain't good for you. So,
but you know what's funny? Because with my other friends, him and his wife are going through some things, and she had made a comment saying that, it's funny how you could be with somebody and you're asking them to do these things on a regular basis that they just won't do. But then when you guys break up and they go with somebody else, everything that you want them to, they're doing then. It's like, why is that? Like, why do people, male or female, when they're with us in a situation, they just can't get that idea of doing it. But then when that situation's over with, and then with the next person, they're doing everything that you wish they would have did when they were with you.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a subliminal of just, if I'd have did this, I'd still had that person. So let me do it right this time.
Yeah.
I
think I was gonna say maybe it's something like that's hindsight, like, oh goddamn, I didn't think that was gonna end, and it ended. Maybe I should try some of these things so that this one don't end.
Yeah.
It's crazy that, like, I don't understand when people become that, what's the word, contentious towards something like that, where like, I don't want to do this because you're telling me to do it, when like all I'm telling you to do is the things that I think are going to help us,
Yeah.
So when you fight against it so much, like, and then all of a sudden everything ends and you realize, no, that was the right thing to do. But why were you fighting so hard if you knew it was the right thing to do? Is it because someone else was telling you to do it because it wasn't your idea? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, I feel like it depends on who's telling you what to do or who's giving you the idea, whether it enters your brain into the good sector or the evil sector. Like, because I guarantee you, if you and your parents have a volatile relationship and they tell you to do something, you're gonna fight back like, you just told me to kill someone. But if your best friend tells you to do the same thing, you're like, all right, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
And it's literally the same thing. It's just whoever told you. Like, I don't know.
Who's more influential, I guess, or who do you respect more?
Well, I think it has to do with the respect, or it has to do with your view of that person. Not necessarily that whether you respect them or not, but like, if you view that person as someone that is trustworthy, who has your best interest in mind, or something you got to prove something to.
Would you consider it like a loyalty thing also?
I don't know if it's a loyalty thing, because like, I can have loyalty to you, but like, if I feel like I got to prove something to you, then whatever you tell me to do, I'm not going to do, because I got to prove to you that I can do it my own way. Even if you're telling me the easy way to do something, I'm like, nah, fuck you. I'm going to go fishing without a pole because I can fucking do it. When you're just like, yeah, but it's easier with a pole.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, fuck you, because that's how you do it. I'm gonna fucking do it this way. And then later on, you'll be like, yeah, I fished with the pole and it was a lot easier. I'm like, motherfucker, I told you that. I wasn't trying to tell you to show you that I'm smarter than you. I'm literally just telling you because it is easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I call it camel.
The way your eyes look. You did that. God damn.
Oh man.
All right. So after he has that falling out with the sister,
with the business sister,
and now he moves in with the lesbian sister.
Yeah. And she has her own issues going on.
Yeah. She, which I like, the girl that plays her, Zooey Deschanel. I like her.
She got some thick legs.
Well, I've never seen her in
I mean, in a good way.
Yeah. She's on that TV show, A New Girl or something like that. New Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that show. I honestly don't care to.
Matter of fact,
but she's in one of my favorite movies ever.
And that is
Bridge to Terabithia. Bridge to Terabithia is in my top 5 movies all time. Probably because I read the book when I was in elementary school, and it's one of those books that changed my life. Just because of the story behind how the book was written, how like the author, her son was best friends with this girl, whatever, and one day, like, her family was walking along the beach, bright sunny day, and this little girl got struck by lightning.
Oh, good.
And died. and then like writing the book was kind of like her way of like trying to explain to him like, you know, the process of losing someone.
Interesting. I've never seen that movie.
You ever seen the movie? Have you ever read the book?
No, I've heard of it. It just didn't get my attention at the time.
But I remember watching it. So I came out around the same time Zodiac came out in theaters because I watched Bridge of Terabithia and Zodiac at the same theater in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And I was the only, like, I was by myself. There was a bunch of families in there, whatever. But it's heartfelt. It's got a Bambi moment. It's got that Bambi moment. And I remember reading about it online, and parents were like so upset. They're like, oh, the marketing for this movie made you feel like it was like another Lord of the Rings or all this stuff. And then I watched it, and then this stuff, then my kids were crying. Then I had to explain it to them and all this different shit. And it was like, but your kids actually kind of need that lesson. You can't coddle your kids and be like, you know, this kind of stuff doesn't happen. It does. And actually, like, seeing that in a movie and then having that conversation will actually help them grow as a person.
Yeah. Interesting. And you know what? Now that you mentioned it, that's probably why I didn't see it. Because if it had that Lord of the Rings feel, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, and you will not disrespect my movie.
I don't mean by Lord of the Rings, but it had like that fantasy element to it.
Gotcha. Like, so is it like Pan's Labyrinth or
Pan's Labyrinth?
There you go.
Nah.
Is it something like that?
Maybe like if you watch the marketing, you might think it was like Chronicles of Narnia or some shit.
Oh, okay.
But it isn't like that at all. It's fucking dope. It's so dope, especially if you have a 10-year-old son. Watch that movie, because your son can learn a lot from that movie. It's about coming into your own as a person. You know, his little kid grows up and he's got all sisters. He's the only son. It's fucking, yeah, it's so good, bro.
Okay, cool. I'll put that on my radar.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now he's living with Zoe and her
girlfriend and their 6 roommates. And he's sleeping in a blow up canoe.
I was sitting there, I was like, that might actually be kind of comfortable.
Look, no, we've been in a canoe before.
The blow up canoe,
but the floor of it is not that thick. It has thick parts too, but the floor is.
Dude, you flip it upside down.
Okay, that's different. He didn't do that in the movie though.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
No, I did find it like kind of significant when he just hopped in there and just like, okay, cool. Because I had slept some places. And it's like when you got whatever you can get, you learn how to make it comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Where is the most comfortable place you've ever slept? Now, by comfortable, I don't mean like the most comfortable, like, oh, this bed's the most comfortable bed in the world. I mean, all of a sudden you laid down and you were just like, you could just fall asleep anywhere kind of situation. Like you shouldn't have been able to fall asleep in this place, but it was so comfortable you fell asleep.
I don't even know if I should put this on here.
God damn.
Yeah, because when you put it like that, there's only one. And it was with a dear friend of mine, an older lady. And yeah, that's why I said, look, I'm gonna try to keep it as pure and clean as possible. But when I met this woman,
she's going left. Holy shit!
No, nothing happened between us. But it's just
with her for her pension.
Shit, I gotta eat too. Goddamn it! No, I'm joking.
I need a sugar grandma.
No, when I met her, I was really just honestly, I thought I was showing off. And I was driving BMW out there in the suit, chilling, whatever, not knowing that, you know, she was with her niece.
Yeah.
And we met on the boat in Chicago. And
I feel like I've heard this story.
Yeah, you probably if I said her name, you know exactly who she is, but I'm not gonna do that for purposes. Yeah. But what happened was weeks later, after just keeping in contact with her, because I gave her niece a ride home, everything's cool. I went and sat and just chilled with her. Like, I actually liked chilling with her, and I fell asleep at her house, and I never fall asleep nowhere. I'm going home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always did up until that moment, and I was just like, when I woke up, I was still here. You know what I'm saying? And I realized there was a certain comfortability. If that's even a word. Yeah. I had to stretch that out. that I got because she was just so cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that
so it wasn't even like the bed was so comfortable. It was just the environment.
I wasn't even on the bed. I was on the corner of the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Just the environment.
But just the environment was very, very. It was very peaceful and it was very secure.
Yeah.
And that's the only place I've been outside my own house where, without a problem.
Yeah,
I was cool. So yeah.
One of the most random places I fell asleep because I was just so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna sound fucking weird, but I was on lunch break when I used to work at School Specialty in Agawam.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
I think it's a school supply warehouse.
Okay.
I used to drive forklifts and shit like that, and like during the summer we'd be sending out shipments of fucking school supplies, and during lunch break. Me and a couple of the guys, like we would chill out by the pallets of like cardboard boxes. They're just stacked on top of each other. We battle rapping and shit like that. And then I would just fall asleep on the fucking pallet of cardboard boxes. I have no idea why, but those are some of the best naps I ever got in my life.
Interesting.
Just pallets of cardboard boxes stacked up on each other. I would just sit there and me and a couple of guys, we would passed out just on these boxes for like 20 minutes, and they wake us up like, hey, time to go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about them pallets of cardboard boxes, but yeah.
On that note, it will be in my tank, but that's because you got the whole tank vibrating and humming for like 3 hours.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, yeah. I can see that because like, so when I drove back from Massachusetts recently, and I had just gotten my second not booster, but the second COVID shot, and I was sitting there sleeping, and my body was sore as fuck. But like, I had the heater, the seat warmer on, and I was just comfortable. Felt like I was in like a little pod, just going. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, he gets to this house. It's like a whole artsy type. The girlfriend is played by Rashida Jones, just Quincy Jones's daughter.
That is.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Rashida Jones. You ever seen Tag?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the girl that the two guys were fighting over. She looked different in there because she was wearing like the board shorts and the fucking polo.
But no, that's cool. I know that.
I was gonna ask a question, but I'm gonna keep it off the podcast. I'm gonna ask you later. Yeah.
No problem. I think I have an idea, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Trust me, you have no idea because it's gonna be like, what? Why the fuck would you ask that question?
Okay,
you should ask it and just edit it out.
You could ask it, and whether I want to answer or not is a different question.
No, because the question itself is gonna sound like, Sherrod, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay,
right. Fuck it. I'm asking anyway. So
okay.
So I'm gonna ask it right now, and if it's too far, then I'm gonna say this is cut right here. So if you're watching this, and it says cut,
commercial break,
and then it goes to the next thing, you're like, okay, it was too far. All right, back to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn! All right, so he's living with his lesbian sister and her girlfriend. Her girlfriend's cool as shit. He gets along with the girlfriend, and fucking almost like like really good friends. But the sister is having questions about whether she's completely lesbian or if she's just bisexual.
Because she's a stand-up comedian, or trying to be.
Yeah, she's trying to be a stand-up comedian. And the dude that she ends up, hooking up with a guy. So he was like a yoga teacher, right?
No, he was a painter. He painted her.
Oh yeah, he was like an artist friend that was like using her as a model.
Yeah,
that's a fucking hell of a scheme.
Look, but no, because he didn't get his introduction until he talked to the brother, Rudd.
Yeah,
because he asked like, "Yeah, she always been lesbian," and he said something which gave him the idea that maybe he has a chance.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was, but that's how he got his introduction to even approaching her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And she was cool with it until she was doing stand-up and he walked in and her girlfriend sitting there.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh shit."
That's the thing, when you're sneaking around, like, I just don't do it. In my opinion,
no,
just don't do it. You're
that
better
shit is a
off.
headache.
Yeah, you're better off just breaking up with whoever you're with,
and
then exploring yourself as a single person.
Yeah.
Then when you feel comfortable again, then go back into a relationship.
Yeah.
And maybe that person will be there, when you decide that. But like, I have no problems with someone feeling like, hey, there's a part of me that I need to explore. I need to figure out because I never got the chance to figure that out. I understand that completely.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to hold that. I'm not going to hold that against anyone. It's just like, if you're going to do that, like, don't be sneaky and do that behind someone's back, because now you're just showing a lack of respect for that person.
See, and a lot of people, in my opinion, don't think of it that way because they know what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even though human beings say this, like all you had to do was say something, we really don't want you to say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we say, if you would have just told me, I could have made some moves. And when a person goes through something and they look back at it, then they get to that point where it's like, you know what? If they just told me this, then I could have dealt with it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever can just tell you that because they know how it's a Mike Tyson punch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's going to knock you out.
Yeah. And you got to understand, generally speaking, if someone's hiding it behind your back, they're not hiding it because they're trying to fucking screw you over. They're hiding it because I feel like they genuinely care about you.
Yeah, they want to protect your feelings.
Yeah, because they know how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
Trying to protect your feelings. When you're just like, if you had told me, it might have fucked up my feelings.
Yeah.
But it would have been better in the long run because it's better to hear it from you than to find out.
Bringing that up, why is that? Why, when a person's going through something with somebody else, and they don't say anything because they think they're protecting the person, but when they do say something, then it seems like you don't give a shit about the person. Why is that perception opposite? Like, you know what? I've been cheating on you. Fuck it, I don't care.
So I think it's in the way you say it to someone, where you're like, yeah, like prime example, you just say it like that, like, yeah, I've been cheating on you. Fuck it. Like when you have that kind of disregard for someone's feelings, then yeah, it's gonna feel like, okay, this person just doesn't give a shit about me. They just want to do what they want to do. You know. But when someone,
go ahead. No, I was gonna say when you go for it.
I say when you genuinely can feel like, it's just something that like they had to figure out, they had to do. Like they didn't get a chance to, see what else was out there in the world or things like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's in the way someone explains it to you or says it to you.
Yeah. And the way I look at it is, if I'm doing something and I get to the point, I'm tired of doing it, I'm trying to hide and shit, whatever, then that fuck it is in my system. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm doing this, or I've been thinking about doing this, and shit, it is what it is. Then it's like, okay, you don't give a shit about me. But then if you just go ahead and start doing it, and then they find out, it's like, I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want to hurt you. Okay, okay, yeah, you didn't want to hurt the person you care about, but at the same time, you just hurt them so much more. Well, I'd rather. I know it sounds crazy, but now that I'm older, just smack me in my fucking face and walk away.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I feel like just tell me straight out, because I feel like, because now you're just lying to me. Now you're doing something fucked up to me, and it's gonna fucking, and you don't care because you're still doing it. Whereas if they tell you beforehand, they know it's fucked up, and it's fucked up, but at least they had the decency to tell you before they went and did it. And that's something. And then, I mean, obviously when it happens, you're in your feelings, so you're not going to see it that way right away. But I don't know.
Speaking of that, in the movie, when the mom sister finds out that her husband is cheating on her, she tries to cover it up. Like, she's mad at her brother for telling her the truth.
Yep. She's mad at the brother for telling the sister, for telling her the truth. Why is that? Because that to me, that's a very real reaction.
Yeah, it is. And that's one of my favorite parts of the movie. Not that scenario, but just people in general.
Yeah.
You'd rather believe a lie because it feels so good than deal with the truth because it hurts so much.
I feel like, and literally, this thought just came to my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
What the hell's going on?
I accidentally kicked my computer.
Oh.
I feel like the reason why that happens is because as long as I feel like things are going good, then I don't know that I've been an idiot this entire time. You know, like if I don't know things are going bad, then you know, like I'm not an idiot because I didn't know. But the minute you find out, then you start thinking about all the times where you knew it. You had those fucking suspicions. You just pushed it out of your brain because you wanted to believe that things were okay. And now you're thinking back to all those things. You're like, God damn, I've been an idiot for this fucking long. And I fucking knew I was being an idiot, but I didn't fucking say anything. So it's not necessarily that like they want to believe that everything's good. It's just that like now you're like, you're not telling me that I'm an idiot, but now I'm telling myself I've been an idiot for this fucking long because I know how long it's been going.
There's my come to Jesus moment. You just explained it all to me of why I chose that movie subliminally. Because in my situations, I'm telling the truth about a lot of things that people don't want to believe.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I found myself having to lie so I can tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to believe the truth.
Yeah.
And when they get confronted with the truth, like what I told you is actually real, then I get the short end of the stick. And I'm like, you fucking idiots. I just told you this, but you didn't want to believe it because for whatever the reason. And you know what I'm talking about? Because, okay. There we go.
Yeah. Because they don't want to believe that they've been an idiot for this long. That's what it is. It's basically, I'm not a fucking idiot. No, this whatever happened, this just happened right now. And you're telling me that shit? Like, no, but they're really that mad because they're like, fuck, I've known this shit was going on for this long.
But that's the funny part when you put it on the table. Why do you feel like you're an idiot? Because you knew the truth. No, I didn't lie about me.
No, I understand that, but like,
you know what I'm saying?
I think you feel like an idiot because you're like why? Like you genuinely want to see the good in someone. You genuinely think this person has your best interest in mind. So you tell yourself like, no, this shit can't be happening because this person loves me. This person cares, but this is the husband to my fucking kid. Like, there's no way in hell he's gonna fucking do that to me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it happens and you're like, fuck, not only did it happen, I know it's been happening for this fucking long and I didn't want to believe it. Fuck you, because I haven't been an idiot for this fucking long. That's it.
That's actually real as fuck right there.
Yeah, that's it. It's literally like they're not reacting to you telling them the fucking news. They're reacting to all the memories in their head where they said, fuck, I knew something was going on.
Or it's like, fuck, he was telling the truth. And I chose not to believe it.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow. There we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the sister ended up getting pregnant by the artist guy.
Yeah. The lesbian sister.
Yeah. And she was like trying her best, like trying to hide it. And then the other sisters could tell something was up. You know, but then everything comes to head, and you know, the sisters tell the other sister, like, hey, you know, Paul Rudd's character, I forget his name, told us that he's cheating on you. He's sleeping with this person. She gets mad at them. She tells them, like, you know, you're just a fucking, you know, you're just sleeping around. You're doing all this shit. They tell her, hey, you used to be fucking, maybe it's your fault. And again, that's another thing. Maybe it's your fault that he cheated on you. You used to be the pretty one. You used to put some effort in. Now look at you. You just sit there. You're fucking dressed like this. You don't know makeup and shit like that.
On a side note, that's the funniest part of the movie to me. She said, can you look at least a little bit fuckable? Oh, man.
Well, and the thing is, I feel like with most guys, they don't care about like that.
They just want home.
Yeah, but they do appreciate the wife going out of her way to try to like doll herself up for a special night out.
Yeah.
Because to me, if you doll yourself up, if you put on makeup, put on a nice like dress or whatever, you're not saying I'm trying to look good for you. You're saying, and mind you, ladies, if you're listening to this, tell me if I'm wrong. You're not trying to say, I'm trying to look good for you. So you think I look good. You're trying to look good so that when we're walking around, other motherfuckers can look at you and be like, oh, goddamn, how did he get her?
But, and that goes back to what you said earlier in the podcast. When you put your best foot forward, you're putting forward what you think they think about you.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then don't stop doing that shit. I mean, at the end of the day, still be you. But when it comes down to, one thing I realize about people that get married, a lot of the shit goes left because the people aren't doing what they did to get the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if your thing was trying out a random restaurant on every Thursday night.
Yeah.
But then once you get married, okay, yeah, we're just going to do Domino's tonight. For the last 6 years, it's been Domino's tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to it's Thursday, let's go to the south side or the west side, the north side, and see what we find.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people forget you got to keep doing the shit you was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree with that. But on the flip side, I also think sometimes when people get married, you get some women get so caught up in, you used to do this for me. You used to do this. You used to this. Where's all the poems? Where's all this stuff that you used to? You don't do it anymore. You're not trying anymore. And it's like, you're right. I haven't done that stuff in forever. But you spent so much time looking for those things that you're missing out on all the new things that I've been doing for you, that you're just taking for granted because you're like, oh yeah, that's what he does. You don't see any of the new things that the person is putting forth. Hey, hey, I'll be up at 3 a.m. to take you wherever you need to go. I need to, do all these just little things that that the husband is doing to help make your life easier, because all you're thinking about is stuff that he doesn't do anymore. And granted, he should do some of that stuff too, but you also gotta see what they're doing as well, because chances are you're probably not doing a bunch of things that you used to do too.
Yeah. And with that being said, it's like once you make the decision to be with somebody, things will change. Yeah. You're under the same roof. I just feel if I'm gonna be a mere counselor for like the next 2 minutes, don't forget what you used to do. Granted, new things are gonna come and sacrifices are going to come. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, get up at 3 a.m. or if your wife is a nurse or whatever and she's got the night shift, making sure she got breakfast in the microwave when she gets home in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've heard this so many times, especially from older couples. It's the little shit that makes the biggest difference that people don't pay attention to. Yeah. Because they have expectations of what they think it should be. And what it is just as big as your expectation. It's just not what you think it is. Yeah. Or what you want it to be.
Exactly. Hey, I don't know anything about love languages. Mm-hmm. I've heard about love languages and like
there's 5, but I don't know them all completely.
I have no idea. I just know that my love language is gifts. Mm-hmm. I've been talking with people who know about that shit. I've just figured that like they're like, oh, it's right. Yeah, your love language is gift, and it's not necessarily I'm trying to buy a person's love. It's just I feel like I'm one of these. Like, Strat, you're one of those people who, if you see something that reminds you of someone, and you're like, cool, like you'll get it for them. But I got this. You reminded me of you. Like, for example, I actually just bought you something, and I got to send it to you soon.
That's funny because I got you something too, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but you can actually use what I got you.
We're not gay, for the record.
Yeah, we're not. We're brothers. He's family.
Yeah.
He's just a little lighter than me. We're family.
Pretty much. He likes it actually more fried chicken than I do. Yeah. And I like rice. It just happens to work out.
Exactly. It's just that his rice is Cajun. But
a little bit of hot sauce added to it.
But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, I guess once you figure out what the other person's love language is, then you can, I guess it allows you to better see the efforts that person's making. You know, I think sometimes, and I'm guilty of it too. I think sometimes you get so caught up in hoping that they're going to do what you want them to do, that you don't see what they are doing. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like it's like someone says, hey, like for a little kid, hey, I really wanted a bike for Christmas, and Dad, you didn't buy me that bike, so I hate you so much because you didn't buy me that bike. It's like, cool, I get that, because you really wanted that bike, but you don't see this tree house I just fucking built you. Like, because my love language is using my hands to build stuff, like to build gifts. Like, that's what I'm good at doing, so that's what I do. So to me, that's like, okay, if you understand that, then you see it more.
Yeah. I don't even know this is the love language. I know mine just making sure you have everything that you need. Might not be what you want, but you'll have everything that you need at all times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna look into that love language shit, because
I know there's 5 of them, and I know one is like giving, or gifts rather. Like I said, there's giving.
She sounds like voodoo to me.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? Where's the one that says whiskey? That's love language.
You know what?
That's a love language.
Don't. I will join you in your love language, sir.
Look, I'm gonna be like David Spade in Grown Ups.
Is that a man's ass? See, I've had this blind squirrel peanut butter whiskey for a while.
Yeah, I think that's no. When I was there, I had a different one. Or was that the same one?
Same one.
Okay.
Unless the other one, the other one might have been the other one might have been fucking Screwball.
Yeah, that sounds, because I remember a blind squirrel, not that brand.
Yeah, I still got some. I got a bunch of moonshines I still got to get through.
You ain't gonna drink this shit.
Listen, I was gonna fucking make some coffee today and put some of my butter pecan moonshine cream.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay.
That's that. I call that the Black Friday special.
Okay. Do I want to ask why, or should I leave it alone?
No, it's simple. Because when I used to go out on Black Friday, so I use that like I use Bailey's. So on Black Friday, I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts, buy a coffee, and I'd put Bailey's in it, and I'd be standing out in line with that, just drinking it. So that's a Black Friday special.
Okay, fair enough.
Cheers.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so all of a sudden, everybody's coming to the assumption that the brother is kind of ruining their lives, and nobody wants to deal with him.
No, yeah, because they don't want to accept the fact that their lives are just ruined on their own.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's innocent. He's a truth sayer. He's just telling everyone the truth of reality that's going around them, and none of these people want to accept it. The business sister doesn't want to accept that has a thing for her neighbor, and that she's kind of fucked up because all she cares about is her job.
Yeah.
The sister, the motherly one, doesn't want to accept that her husband's cheating on her, and the other one is trying to hide a fucking pregnancy.
Yeah.
So like they're all trying to hide, and
not the pregnancy. He doesn't want to accept the fact that she still might like guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but she was also, she also got pregnant by the motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying, because she actually had an attraction to him.
Yeah. So then, instead of accepting it, they just want to blame the brother. Like, if he wasn't in our lives, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit. And I feel like that happens a lot. Like a lot of people want to deflect, their anger on life towards the people in their life that are just pulling the blinds open or opening the blinders, letting the light in. They want to put the anger towards them, because if it wasn't for them, granted, they wouldn't be seeing the truth, but then they wouldn't be feeling that hurt at that moment. Yeah. Do you think people would rather not be hurt and living in a daydream? Or would you rather them get hurt for a moment so that they can actually accept what's actually going on?
The way I feel now, because before I've always wanted things to be sugarcoated, like make it as soft as possible.
Yeah.
The way I feel now, give it to me like I drink my whiskey. It's gonna burn, but it's gonna make me feel good later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give it to me straight.
Yeah.
I don't want shit watered down. Don't give me some Coke or some ginger ale to mix it with. I'm gonna take a straight shot to the head, and I'll make the ugly face when I take it because it's gonna hurt. And then be like, okay, I understand it now.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at life.
Same with me. Like, I've always before, like you people can say all they want. And this is just my opinion. People can say all they want. They want the ease. They want to give it to them the easiest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's the best, because like if you do that, then you're prone to repeat.
Yeah.
Same shit. So, but yeah, so now they don't want to deal with him anymore. So now he finally goes to live with his mother.
Yeah.
And this, to me, this is my favorite scene in the movie.
Go for it.
All right. Favorite scene when so she's living with the mother. Everybody's trying to deal with their issues, and they're all sitting there trying to play charades.
Okay.
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 They're all trying to play charades.
Mm-hmm.
And, the brother and the son and the mother are trying to play genuinely. They're just trying to have fun. Mm-hmm. And the sisters are all in their feelings. So they don't care. They're thinking about all their own shit.
Mm.
And so they don't care about the situation going on. And they're dismissive. They're not paying attention to anything, to the point where he finally just says, what the fuck? Can you all just fucking just like play the game? Like, I'm just trying to fucking play charades with my family. Like, can I fucking play charades with my family? And in that moment, you get to see that like he's got so much shit going on in his head, because he just got out of jail. He fucking can't get his dog back. He's trying to find a place to live. All this shit is going on. And he's trying to be positive this entire time. And all he wants to do at this moment is just play a game of charades with his family. And everyone else is just so into their own fucking shit that they can't fucking
see outside themselves. Like put your own self aside for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To me, that was one of, I think that, and there's one other scene in the movie a little after, are my two favorite scenes in the entire movie because of that. Because I feel like at this moment was when his character really earned not the idiotness, but like that idiot title that he had. I feel like this moment is when he really like earned like, oh no, he's not an idiot. He's just someone who's,
when they go get the dog.
No. I'm saying like,
okay,
when he exploded on everyone. He earned he's not a fucking idiot. He's not oblivious to all this shit going on around him. He's trying his best to.
He just chooses to be happy.
Yeah, he chooses to be happy. He chooses to be positive. And like it finally got to him. Like, you motherfuckers, like, just, I know all this shit's going bad, but you can choose to be happy. You don't have to choose to, this shit's going on. You don't have to choose to let it ruin your fucking day.
And you know what's funny about that? They were choosing to let it ruin their day by putting the blame on him versus dealing with it on their own self.
Exactly. And that's my thing. Like all the shit was going on in their life. And instead of taking responsibility for their part in their life, they just blamed him because he's the one that brought it to light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people do that in this world?
Dude, so many.
Yes.
So many people would rather get angry at the messenger.
Look, I've said this many times. As much as I point this finger at you, like you did this, I got 1, 2, 3 pointed right back at me. How much of a part did I play in the fact of you doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why whenever anything goes wrong in my life, not even goes wrong, just like anything comes about where I have to question whatever is going on, the first thing I do is I look at those 3 fingers pointed back at me. I'm like, all right, figure out your part in all this before you start focusing on this one trigger finger.
Yeah. And that's why I understand the military point now. like when I was basic training, if you were doing something wrong, it was this, and it was pointed straight at you. All 5 fingers direct at you.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense because the drill sergeant trying to tell you you're doing something wrong, he obviously is teaching you. He knows how to do it right. Yep. So you're fucking up. He's not doing this. You know what I'm saying? This. Like you, all of you is fucking up right now. Shut up. All of you. You know what I'm saying?
So why are you pointing at me? Why are you pointing at me?
But no, but it makes sense to me. Like now that I'm older.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if something's wrong, like I've caught myself arguing or getting my feelings about some shit. And the first thing I did was this. And then I had to go back and think. But I know because I do it subliminally. If I put it like this, then I know I'm not fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've done this before and pointed, but even when I'm doing this, I'm always sitting there going, is there a part of this that not even is whether it's my fault or not? Is there a point of this situation that I could have handled better? And if I see anything like that, I will apologize for that. I'll be like, I could have handled this better. I'm not apologizing for your shit and the shit that you did to cause this.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing for the fact that I know that I could have handled this part of that situation better.
Look, I'm gonna take to the military on you. I feel like that's like when it comes this way, it's very, very aggressive, but it's very, very direct.
Yeah.
So when you analyze yourself, it's like, how could I do this differently? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's still all your fault. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not gonna change my fingers. However, the way I delivered it could have been different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel. Like all the shit's still your fault. I'm telling you right now, it's all your fault. I'm not pulling away from it. 2 hands.
You got all 10 fingers.
but I know for a fact that I could have delivered it in a way that was more, what's the word? So you could understand it better. And that's knowing who you're talking to. Because not everybody understands things the same way. So you can't talk as direct to some people as you do to other people. And that's not saying you're sugarcoating shit. It's just for some people, they don't get the message the same way other people get it.
Yeah.
So incidentally, this ain't got nothing to do with this shit. But when I go to the airport, sometimes because I'm at the airport a fucking lot, I have this camo backpack, right? I think this is hilarious. You might be offended by this.
Okay.
I think it's hilarious. So I have this camo backpack. And every time I go to check in, like to get on my flight, for some reason, they always go, thank you for your service.
And now that's not wrong. What's gonna make it wrong is your reaction.
Well, the thing is, I don't even like because I have status on a bunch of different airlines because I fly so much. So like I think it's because I'm like boarding so early and I have a camo backpack. They just think I'm in the army. So whenever they say that, I'm just like, okay. And I just keep walking. And then my friends will be behind me like, yo, did she just say thank you for your service? Like, yeah, I get that all the time, bro. But like,
you know what?
Camo.
I'm not gonna take offense to that at all because I'm your best friend. So when they say that to you, you're saying it to me, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
But yeah, I'm like, if the next time they say thank you for your service, I'm like, Chris Brown says you're welcome, and just walk away.
Hey.
Just walk away. but so in my defense, I'm not taking advantage of anything because I have the status to where I am boarding when I'm supposed to. It's just coincidence. I got a camo backpack. So
look, I know you would never use that as some type of get over a clout or nothing like that. It's just that's why I said I'm not going to be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. It's just funny. It just yeah. Right. I mean, shit, yeah. That is funny though.
All right. So the Paul Rudd guy character, so he blows up on his family, gives them all a dose of like reality, like, hey, this is the shit that's going on. Like, can't you all just fucking get out of your own fucking heads and play this fucking game? The next thing you know, the cops come to the door.
Oh yeah, because he said the wrong thing in his probation meeting.
Yeah, he told him he smoked. Because you can't tell me that.
See, and that's what's so, what? Let's go back to that for a minute. That's so fucked up because I feel like people like him, that are just so innocent. He doesn't understand that he's on probation. Yeah, he sees I have to go check in with this person because they're looking out for my best interest.
And that's why he was talking to him like a therapist.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know it's a movie, but even it's Sterling Brown. That's his name, the actor.
Yeah.
He's like, don't tell me that. But he has to do his job. You know what I'm saying? But at that moment, it's that fine line of, I'm checking in with you because you have my best interest in mind, or at least that's what the courts tell me.
Yep.
And you're just doing your job, but I don't know that, because the way I look at the world is everybody is a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was so fucked up to me. I mean, just
it is, but it is because it also the Sterling Brown guy, like the PO, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's putting a like a rock in a hard place, because you gotta figure he hears that all the time. That's the thing that people don't get. Like sometimes they're like, yo, can't you just look out for me? Can't you just look out for me? Like, it's just this one time, just look out for me and we're good. But you don't get that. Like he's a PO. He hears that shit all the fucking time. And I'm sure he might have looked out for someone at some point and it went left.
Yeah.
So like, I know to you, it's your life, obviously. And like, you're trying your best to get yourself back together. But like to him, he's heard it before. Like he can't treat you any different because he's probably had it like, go left on him before. And it's not his fault. It's just, that's what he has to do. But again, so the cops come, they take him to jail. And this comes to my second favorite moment in this movie.
All right.
When the guy comes and goes, hey, your bail's been paid. He goes, oh, really? Who paid my bail? And they saw it was his sister. He was just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just handed it back. Imagine that shit. All you wanted to do is just get back into life and live your life as positive as possible and just try to do right by your family. And you get to a point where you'd much rather stay in jail than to accept what you feel is a handout from these people. Like, I understand that. I understand that feeling, because like there's certain people in this world that you don't want to feel like you owe something to them. Even if you don't, you just don't want that feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anyone, have you ever had that situation where you felt like I'll take a worst off situation because I don't want to feel like I owe anything to this person?
I want to say something in my brain is telling me, yes, I've done that before, but not because I feel like I owed them. It was more like letting them know I can do this without you. Like, I'll deal with this shitty situation. And just give me a minute.
Explain.
You
don't need no names. Just explain.
Yeah, no names. But I know certain people watch this, they're gonna know who exactly what I'm talking about. But like when I came back to the States from Germany.
Yep.
And I was staying with a person.
Yep.
And I was confiding in another person that thought they had an upper hand. And I had to remind her, look, everything you got, I gave to you. Don't forget that. And I don't even want anything now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just need a little help. And you know what's funny? I don't even want your help no more. Because remember, I gave you everything. So if I did it once, I could do it again. So I ain't going to be in this hole for long. And when I get out, just watch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I chose not to take anything because my grind was, I'm about to show you. You got what you got because I gave it to you, and I got what I got because I gave it to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I understand that fully. I understand the idea that, like, you know, when other people are in dire straits and they're like, yo, I got your back, whatever you need, take care of you, help you out, get you on your feet. Boom. Then all of a sudden you're in dire straits and they're like, hey, I got your back, whatever you need, I got you. But then every moment of the day, they want to remind you, like, yo, this is what I'm doing for you. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this for you. Hey, remember that time I had your back when I did this? And it's like, motherfucker, like, all right, keep doing that. But like, after this is all squared away, like now there's a bigger divide between us because I know that you did that for me as a loan, and one day you're gonna want to collect on it. And in me being me, I'm gonna repay that. But after that, then especially after that moment, then okay, we're gonna have to go our separate ways because I did the same for you, and that wasn't a loan. That was just me being like, yo, I got you back. I don't need anything from you. I got you back. We're good. But like some people just want to remind you every day. Yo, remember that time I had your back? Remember the time I did this? And it's like, all right, cool. You know, I'm not here to take fucking check marks and stock on what we did for each other.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then cool. I'm gonna respect it. And the fact is, I needed something from you at a certain point. So I'm gonna get back to you at some point. But then after that, now we got to cut it off.
Yeah.
That's
like it. You showed me who you truly were, so I got to believe it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Is there anything that you've been through where you're like, I'd rather stay in jail than go back to being around you motherfuckers?
Interesting. You know what's so fucked up about this question?
What's that?
Is I have an answer of yes, but it's not because of anything bad. It's just because I can't be myself.
No, I completely understand. Completely understand. For me, it was the first time and this is going to sound real petty. It was the first time I actually had to break up with a girl. I mean, granted, I'd broken up with a girl before, but this time, like, I had to break up. I broke up with someone because I felt like, all right, this ain't good for us. This ain't good for me. Like, I'm at this point where I have animosity. And so, like, if the situation came back around again and I was like, you know, you got a chance to get out of jail, if you can just go back and be with this person, I'm like, I can't do that. I'd rather stay in jail. Not because she's bad, but because me in that situation was bad for me.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say any names, but felt like I was taking care of a daughter than having a girlfriend. So and that's not a good situation to be in.
Nah, look, I get it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I've had the discussion with people, like, okay, Chris, you ran from this, you did that. And I always say there's a difference between running away and saving yourself.
Yeah.
And what I've come to realize is I don't care much of my body. Like my physical body, shit, it is what it is. Yep. My mental and my emotional are extremely important to me. So when I try to explain to people, hey, I was dying. Like you look like you could lift a fucking tree. I can, but my brain wasn't working right. My emotions all fucked up. Yeah. So I was dying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I was dying in a way where you can't see it. You know what I mean? Dude, and I had to go save myself because I had nobody else trying to save me.
Bro, I understand that completely. You wake up one day, you're looking in the mirror, you're like, I don't recognize this person.
Yeah.
I see me, I look healthy, I have all these things, I'm good. But at the same time, I'm like what are you, how much of yourself are you willing to give up? And you ask yourself that and you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't give up all this that makes me because then who am I to you?
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for us to be together because I am not the same person that fell in love with you. So
and I feel like that's when people get confused because they look at the outside appearance and just like, well, yeah, you know, the hair's still cut, they're working out, everything's fine, keeps it be. But shit, I don't sleep at night, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I'm living off of ramen noodles because I can't afford anything else, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against ramen noodles because I still eat them now.
Bro, I will
look
rub on some ramen noodles.
Look, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But it's like people don't pay attention to the inside of you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like not like, yeah, shit. I'm done. When I say I'm dying, I'm dying for real. I'm dying on the inside out.
Yeah. Yeah. You can feel yourself changing.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to express it to everyone else, but you know that like there's some shit acquiesce to. I know that's a big word. You might not understand.
Oh, okay. That's a new one. I know some words. That's different. I ain't never heard that one before. Okay,
right,
cool.
So, yeah, there's some shit you acquiesce to that like you're like, okay, that's taking a part of me away. And you just got to be like, at some point, you got to be like, I can't do that no more.
Yeah.
So acquiesced is basically another word for compromised.
Okay, gotcha.
You've compromised a bit of yourself in order to make things right. And then you get to a point where you're like, I can't fucking compromise no more. Yeah. I can't. If I compromise anymore, then I am not who I am. And then that's going to be bad for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So then, okay, so in the movie, so he decides to stay in jail, but the family knows exactly what they need in order to get him out.
Yep.
And that tugged at my heartstrings. Like the one person he cared about more than anything in this world. And they went and got him.
The dog.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was like a real cool part in the movie because it was that realization. Like when they the whole family, the mom and sisters go to the girlfriend's house and they're fighting in the best way they know possible to fight. And the older sister, I think she's the business one.
Yeah.
She says, she's like, nobody loves that dog like he did. She, matter of fact, nobody loves anything like he does. Yeah. And that to me was like a cold part. Like you meet the people that just love because they love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to find the good no matter what, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like those people get shitted on so much, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, there's so many people out there who just can genuinely find the love in anything. And those people get the short end of the stick all the time.
All the time.
And it fucking like, it breaks my heart to see because like those people are just, they bring so much light to your day. But it's like no one wants to gravitate towards it.
Yeah, they bring you so much light and you give them all your darkness. And they still find light in your darkness.
Yeah.
That's a special type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
All right. So they get the dog, and when the dog comes
around. Hold on, wait. Let's go back to that. How do you think the mom got the dog? Because the sisters were outside arguing and the mom just ran in the house.
So while the sisters were outside arguing, the mom just ran in there, and the boyfriend at the time was like, he understood Paul Rudd character's situation. He knew that dog belongs with him. He was just, he's a fucking hippie. So he's like, yeah, okay, whatever she says, bro, that's what she's gonna do. And then finally he was just like, no, like this is where the dog needs to go. Sorry. And so like I thought it was dope that the mom just walked in and was like, yeah, I'm taking the dog. He's like, all right, cool, let's go.
Okay. Because they didn't go into like details of how she got the dog. They went to the whole conversation with the sisters and the girlfriend. Yeah. And then the mom came walking out, and the boyfriend was like,
she was like, no, that's my dog. He stays here. He's like, no, this is his dog. Like everybody in the movie knew, like that's his dog. Like bar none.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then after that, they give him the dog, and you see everybody kind of living happily ever after. Everyone figures
him and the boyfriend opened up a candle shop.
Yeah, that shit was dope. They opened their own candle shop. Because here's the thing, they made it sound like he wanted to move into the woods and be like a hermit in the woods.
Yeah,
but no, he moved into just a small town, but a dope looking small town too.
Like it was like, it's so simple. Like everything he wants and needs is sitting right there.
Yeah.
He don't need the lights and the cameras and the action in the big city. It's just like, yeah, I'm cool with my pumpkin spice latte and candles and whatever the little town offers.
Bro, and I feel like that's me and you.
Oh, look at where I'm at. Shit. And I find so much pleasure going to the butcher shop and the produce store.
Yeah.
And the liquor store. It's all right here. and going to pee off my back porch. You know what I'm saying? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm happy.
After all these years, all the things I've gotten to do, all the things I'm gonna do, because I'm still pushing to do more shit. At the end of the day, if you give me a grill and a backyard for my dog to run around in, That's all I need. And enough money to pay my bills and put a little bit of away for emergency.
Yeah.
All I need. I love having more. I love having the freedom to do the extra money I make gives me the freedom to do a lot of other things. But the thing that makes me genuinely happy is give me a little project to do with my hands and let me just put some stuff on the smoker and let's go.
And I don't think people understand what they really know makes them happy. Because honestly, I never thought I'd be here. Never. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you grew up in Springfield. If you grow up in Springfield, you're conditioned to think that the stuff you see on TV is the stuff that brings happiness.
Well, that I lived in Virginia. I lived in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I've had the excitement and I enjoyed it. And where I'm at now, it's like I like walking around butt ass naked sometimes outside. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
come on,
no, wait, okay. But what I'm saying is
you look like a black bear that escaped from the circus.
No, I blended with the bears. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly, because you're one of the same.
Look, but I find it so pleasurable. Like I'm just like I have like even the job that I have. Like people always talking about. It's a pay cut. Like, are you happy with that? And I'm like, yeah. Like, even though I know your paycheck doubles mine, I'm home every night. I cook my own dinner every day. You know what I'm saying? I can sit down and watch a movie. I got my dog. Like, it's peaceful. So I don't mind making a little bit that I'm making because everything I got, I own. And I'm happy about it.
And that's the thing. Everybody thinks that you need the high paying job, the fucking overseas trips, all the shit you can put on Instagram. And mind you, that stuff is awesome. I love doing that shit. I love being able to fly to fucking Colorado, go for a hike and take pictures on mountains. That's awesome. But like we talked about before, that's just the toppings. To me, life is a Sunday. Okay. And the trips, the high paying job, all the things you can brag about, that's the sprinkles. That's the brownies. That's the M&Ms. That's all stuff you put on your sundae. But if the ice cream is shit, your sundae is still crap. You tell anyone else, I could have all those toppings in the world, but you try to make a sundae out of some fucking orange sherbet, it's not going to taste great.
No, hell no.
Sorry, you need good ice cream, and the good ice cream is the life you're living. And that's the shit that genuinely makes you happy. If that stuff is fucking good, then everything else is just an add-on. So I think like everybody gets so caught up in the toppings that they don't think about what actually makes them happy. And it's taken me years to figure that out. And for me, like genuinely just having a barbecue, hanging out with my friends and doing something good for someone I love. That makes me happier than anything in this world.
Indeed.
So anyways, that's pretty. Go ahead.
I got to pee now. Go figure.
Go for it.
All right, cool.
So yeah, because I've contemplated the idea of what makes me happy for a long time now. And right now I make good money, enough money to give me access to a lot of things that other people don't have access to. I've fostered relationships with people that have allowed me to do things that other people only dream of, but at the end of the day, like it's fun and it's cool, but like, is that my genuine happiness? It makes me happy. Don't get me wrong. But my genuine happiness comes from being able to sit at home, relax, play with my dog, make some food for some friends and seeing the enjoyment they have in eating it. And just, that's to me, that's the magic of life. I don't know. I'm a very simple person. And you might see the things I do online and think I'm like looking for something extravagant or whatnot. I'm seriously not. Like, look at me. I'm a graphic tees kind of guy. I got a Ren and Stimpy shirt on. Like, I honestly love the simple things in life. If I had a house on a lake and I could just sit out in the back and like cook out all day and make enough money to make sure my bills are paid and I don't have to worry about shit, cool. That's all I need. That's seriously all I need. I think people put too much stock in doing the shit that other people fawn over. You know, the shit that you can put online and other people go, oh my God, they're so lucky. Look at what they got to do. Oh my God, look at this thing they got to go experience. It's like, yeah, that's cool. But you ever just play cornhole with your friends in the backyard? You ever made a rack of ribs that are just so juicy and melting, and then you give them to your friends and they take a bite into it and the meat falls off? Like, that's the fucking magic of life. All the fucking trips, all that shit. It's cool. It's cool. And everybody else can look at you and be in envy of what you're doing. But just honestly, figure out what genuinely makes you happy.
If I didn't know any better, I thought you was preaching when I walked in and just saw the screen.
Now I was like, good Lord, these brothers, they keep coming in here and they just keep talking.
That's what you look like. With no sound, you was like, like, okay.
No,
I said hallelujah just off GP in my brain. I was like, hey, okay, yeah.
Oh, this motherfucker got the Holy Ghost going?
You hit him with
You're gonna come down and be sitting here like, get that man a blanket, quick.
Oh man.
Okay. So before we go anywhere, like the Holy Ghost, why is that such a why does that only happen in black churches?
And look, man, I think that's just because black people got rhythm. We know how to dance. I think that's just a way of dancing without dancing. Okay, you know what? I ain't gonna no, I'm joking. I have no idea. Now that I'm older, I look at church totally different. Like I can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore. Only thing I know what's real is the relationship I have with my own personal self with God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do take appreciation to God will use whoever he needs to use, or the universe needs to use to get its point across. For instance, this movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just, as long as you have something that you believe in that we discussed before, doesn't make you a shitty ass person, then it is what it is.
I will tell you right now, and this is something I've just come to like in the last few years really think about.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's just like no one can tell you what your relationship with God is.
Indeed.
Like everyone wants to judge you, like, oh, you don't, they want to judge whether you believe or you don't, whatever. I don't care if you think I believe in God or not. I won't ever tell you that I believe in God or not, because at the end of the day, it's my relationship with this higher power. And no matter what I tell you, no matter what you tell me, it's not going to change that. It's my relationship with him. Just like your relationship with him is going to be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I don't care if you call him God. I don't care if you call him Allah, whatever. I do honestly believe there's a higher power out there that puts things in motions for you. And it's your job to take it all in and figure out how are you going to use that knowledge to best live your life better.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think the Holy Ghost is just motherfuckers trying to prove that they know God more than you. Like I'm close with God. I'm so close with God that this motherfucker made me shake and fall on the floor.
What's funny about that is I can't argue it.
Right?
It's like, because it's funny. I've actually used to think that. Yeah. Now I see people just in church like,
yeah, no, because you imagine, because you see people in church like, oh yeah, hallelujah, and they look over like, oh, this motherfucker's getting Holy Ghost, and then they fall down.
And then they got that so happening this shit, and you just like, yeah, everybody's playing. It's like and then everybody sits up and just shouting, and it's like, oh my God. And I'm sitting like, I don't feel shit.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. It makes me like, am I not close with God? Because these motherfuckers is fucking feeling it. Yeah. I can't tell. Maybe they're just trying to like show off. Like they're just trying to show you. And here's the thing. Like, how can other people know you're about to feel the Holy Ghost? Because that's the thing. When I went to that black church and I saw, Mercedes' mom grab a blanket, and I was like, why we're in the middle of church? Why is this woman grabbing a blanket? And then within 5 minutes, this motherfucker caught the Holy Ghost. And I was like, either she's got really good intuition or she looked at him and was like, yo, it's about that time. Yeah. was like a b-boy fucking routine.
Oh God. Oh, this is so terrible. But I feel like it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like my sister put on blast as a kid growing up, teenager. Man, she caught the Holy Ghost every second of the day in church. Now that she's older, that girl can't tell you how to spell Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying?
When you look at someone like you see them later in life, like maybe you didn't get the Holy Ghost, maybe you just got neurological problems.
No shit. The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking. And I didn't even catch it. I just understood a whole lot more.
Yeah.
My brain was wide open.
You ever wonder, like in church, they give kids wine?
It's communion. Well, because some churches use wine, some use grape juice.
Yeah. I know for a fact when I was younger, it was wine. And then eventually it turned into grape juice. Because I didn't get the same buzz no more.
I shouldn't even say this. Because I remember when I caught the Holy Ghost for the first time.
Such a fucking hilarious thing.
But I'm gonna say this now because I'm older and I don't give a shit. Fuck everybody. When I wanted to get the Holy Ghost, I wanted it for one reason. They drink wine at communion.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I wanted it. Now I can't say that I faked getting it because even I can say that just to be real, I did feel something different.
Yep.
However, I was like, I get to get the wine. I am happy. You know what I'm saying? The good Lord touched me and I can drink now. And hey, I'm still drinking to this day, goddammit.
I seem real. Why you drink so much? I'm trying to get close to the Lord.
Hey, the church showed me that's the way to go. You drink wine, you get close to God.
Bro, we're going to hell.
Shit.
I'm about to get die and come back as a fucking dandelion. That a fucking dog is just gonna piss on every day of the week.
Or get chopped up when the grass is cut and then grow back and get chopped up again.
Yep, it's gonna be an endless cycle. And why is that? Because you and Chris Brown had that podcast.
Yeah. Oh man.
Imagine if you got to listen. This is gonna be wild. Imagine if you died, you went to heaven, and you actually met the Holy Ghost. He's like, "Yeah, motherfucker. What you say? You thought I wasn't real, huh?" And it's this jack dude look like Terry Crews.
Oh shit! Oh man!
Every day the Holy Ghost pop lock, and I'm like, "What? Okay, that's why people fucking shake when they get the Holy
Ghost." They're like, "Oh, she's about to get it. Hit him with the Billie Jean." Oh, there he goes. Hit him with the Prince. Oh man, this is terrible. Oh god,
you're going to hell, bro.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Anyways.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna laugh at this tomorrow. Listen to this back. I already know it. Okay.
All right, so yeah, but that's okay. That's pretty much our idiot brother. And my favorite thing, again, you can already tell we love this movie. My favorite thing about this movie was like everyone viewed the Paul Rudd characters as an idiot, but he was actually just innocent and positive. He wanted to see the light in everything. And it got to the point where like he had to show a little darkness in order for people to understand that, like, no, like this is who he is. It's not a fucking facade. It's not something that's put on to make your life harder. And likewise, like, stop hiding from your reality.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about it? Like, what's the biggest theme you got from the movie?
The biggest theme?
Yeah, theme. Because so this is one of the few movies where like I felt like we would talk about the movie a little bit, but it was more about the themes that the movie presented.
Just one.
So
always look fuckable.
Well, motherfucker, you cut your own hair, so I don't know how well that's working.
I think I'm doing pretty good. I just
true.
I just live in a place where, population's 3. And me and my dog are 2 of them, so
Everyone you fuck just happen to be related to the neighbor.
Yeah, for real. Nah, that actually is a real. That's not the theme I got for the movie, but it's a real saying. Look fuckable. They don't let yourself go down the drain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on a more serious note, a theme from the movie, as I know we have said before, just always be you. Like it's gonna benefit one day, even if you can't see it at the moment. Don't ever change up who you are to benefit somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did the camera zoom in on you or some shit?
I don't know.
Did you move it or anything?
I might have when I stood up.
Oh, all of a sudden I look and that shit was like up close. A little too much Chris Brown on the screen. No, I get that though. Always be you, because and the thing is, people have to understand that. Again, caveat: we ain't professionals.
Indeed.
So if you're listening to this, please don't listen to this like we're giving anyone life advice. We're literally this is how we talk to each other. These are the conversations that we have with each other on a daily basis, even when we're not recording. And I'll be honest with you, these conversations have helped me out. It just helps me work through shit in my life. It helps Chris work through shit in his life. And it helps you, not make a rash decision, but just knowing that someone else either feels the same way you do or at least understands how you feel, can help you not make a rash decision.
Indeed.
I forgot what I was trying to say. Yeah. Completely forgot what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. I mean, what you were saying sounded good, but I don't know where you were going.
Yeah. What was I saying again? I completely forgot.
You started off with just who we are in the movies.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll always be who you are, but just understand that being who you are isn't always gonna lead to something good. Sometimes it's gonna lead to some confrontation. Sometimes it's gonna lead to some contention between you and someone you care about. But just be who you are, because if you try to be someone you're not, it's gonna come out.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, exactly. And when it does come out, then you have to live with the idea that okay, well, I've been trying to present myself like this person, and that I'm not really like. You might as well just be who you are, and that way you never have to not apologize, but you don't have to all of a sudden try to change into someone you're not.
Yeah.
So.
Because you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea.
No, you're not. The thing is, you might be the right flavor for that person at that time.
Indeed.
And just understand that, not everyone's meant to drink from that same cup for the rest of their life. Sometimes, you're only that flavor of the month. And it's okay. Okay.
And even so, you still won't be everybody's flavor of the month.
Yeah.
Just a select few.
Exactly. And that's okay. You just have to understand that, maybe your message, maybe the way you operate isn't for everyone. That's cool. It's completely fine. Don't judge them for that. Just don't judge them for it. Just the same way you don't want them to judge you for being you.
Indeed.
So.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. This is a fucking fire movie. Fire.
Yeah. I'm not upset about it. It definitely wasn't what I expected.
No.
But I'm not upset about it.
No, not at all. And I'm very happy I watched this, because this is one of the, I know we've watched a lot of movies so far, but I related to this movie a lot. Because I'm one of those people who's constantly just trying to look for the bright side of things. That silver lining. And I'm always trying my best to see someone else's point of view, because no matter how mad something makes me, if I can understand your point of view, then I can understand why. I think I can at least understand why you made the decisions you made. I may not like them, but at least I can understand why you made those decisions.
Yeah.
I think when people don't understand each other's decisions, you react in a way that's just, it's not helpful for anyone. So,
indeed. Yeah.
bruh, this is what we get when you pick the word idiot.
Yeah.
In a search.
Yeah. Yeah.
What made you pick Our Idiot Brother versus any other movie that said idiot on it?
It was the first one that was there. The very first one that came up.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, 100%. I felt like I needed this at this moment. This movie, when I watched it, I was like, I needed to watch that right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's first movie that came up. And I was like, fuck it. You know, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, movie cover roulette.
I know, that's exactly it. I mean, remember this, that's how this podcast started. And we're still trying to figure out what this podcast is.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly.
No.
I'll be honest with you. I think at some point I'd love to talk less about the storyline of a movie and more about the themes that a movie presents. That's my goal. Because a movie like this, and I actually think this was a good example of it. Like, you know, it's less about what the storyline of the movie is and what these specific scenes in the movie, like what kind of themes they brought out and how those themes apply to us in our life.
Well, see, I think that's what we do when we take a movie line or a movie and we go through it page by page.
Yeah.
It's like we talk about what did it mean? How did you take this? Did you see this? You know, how did it pertain to you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and so we go through the movie from front to back and apply it to everyday life, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, this is a great movie for that.
Yeah. And Willie Nelson felt Dolly Parton.
Oh, what? Say again?
Willie Nelson found Dolly Parton at the end of the movie.
I don't follow.
Because when the dog took off, because the dog's name was Willie Nelson.
Yeah. I forgot that was the dog's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he finally found someone who, you know,
he could identify with.
Yeah. But I'll be honest, I want to see that town that he lived in, that he moved to. Like
I want to know where it was filmed at, because it looked like somewhere northeast.
It looked either northeast or
Seattle.
Washington. Yeah, it looked to me, it felt like Washington. You know, very crunchy area.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For those who don't know what crunchy means, go look it up.
I was gonna say, just look at the difference in leaves when they change colors. They get crunchy when they fall off.
Oh no, crunchy is like granola. Like
granola. Well, that too. But I know you could tell that the weather changes wherever they are.
Yeah.
And fall is probably like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Halloween town.
Whenever I see movies like this, it makes me want to move back up northeast.
Fuck that shit.
I get it.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna say fuck that shit. It's just that.
I'm at that age where I don't care to deal with. I love snow, but I'd rather go visit snow.
Here's the thing about sitting by a fire. You can light that shit on the beach, and you can light it in the snow. It only has one purpose in the snow, though. To keep you fucking warm. When you're on the beach, you're just enjoying it.
Fair enough. But you can't go sledding on a beach.
You could. It'll hurt. You find a good enough sand dune.
Yeah.
And stay on the boards. If you fall off, get ready for it.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's Our Idiot Brother. It was fucking great movie. Go watch it. Really, honestly, go watch it. It was, and be open to it. That's the thing. I think that's the biggest thing about this podcast is it's not about watching a movie. It's about experiencing a movie and seeing how the themes in the movie apply to your own life. That's what we try to do. So
yeah.
All right. So that was this week's movie.
Are you taking another shot? This is my last one. If you're not, don't do it.
I got some work to do, so I can't.
Cool. I'm taking this and I'm going to eat after, and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I might grab a snack after, but All right, so that was this week's movie. Or give me 1 second. I gotta take a piss. I'm holding it.
Excuse me. This is the before I took my shot. I could have told the viewer to take it with me. Water. It's very, very important. Keep it in your system. It'll save you from a lot of shit, I think. But yeah, our idiot brother, as we start off the podcast with, we all have an idiot brother or idiot relative brother. And if I can challenge you, when you look at your idiot relative, sit back and don't think of them as an idiot. Try to understand how they view life, because maybe they're not that much of an idiot at all. So that's my challenge to you as the viewers. Find your idiot relative and see if they're really that much of an idiot. You might learn something.
I don't know if I can learn anything from my idiot relative.
Me either, but it's something I got to think about.
Actually, I can learn a good golf swing. No, actually, like, I'll be honest with you. Like, the more I've talked to my older brother in the last like year, 2, I really think he would benefit from relocating. You ever get those family members that you're like, okay, like you've been doing you for a while now, but you've been doing you in the same area. You haven't had a chance to really like step out and actually be uncomfortable.
Yeah, spread your wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. But anyways, yeah. So that was our idiot brother. That's this week's movie. Next week's movie.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Why? Because I got tickets. Okay, so this is filming right now on a Wednesday. I got tickets for tomorrow night at 11 p.m.
I'm not going till Saturday, probably mid-Sunday. But I'm going. I gotta see it because it looks good. It looks dark. It looks like it has a good storyline to it. And they better do it right.
World's greatest detective. All I know is this shit looks like how I like my superhero movies. And not saying that I don't like the Marvel movies, because I love the Marvel movies, but I just don't like too much humor in my action. Unless it's a action comedy, unless it's a Rush Hour.
See, I don't mind the humor, but I feel like with this particular superhero, he's not humorous.
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I when I say I don't like a lot of humor in my action movie, it's because it's sometimes I'll be into the story and I'll be like, oh shit, the girlfriend's kidnapped. And all of a sudden they crack jokes. I'm like, all right, they don't really care that their girlfriend is, in dire straits because they're still cracking jokes. Where this movie, I feel like, when shit goes down, shit's gonna go down.
Yes, indeed. And also I'm curious to see this new character play this role, because he was
actor or character,
or this new actor played this character rather, because he's known from being a vampire.
Well, so for those that are uninitiated, obviously we talking about the Batman.
Yeah, you should have got it by now.
Yeah, but no, like, I mean, I get it. He got big off of Twilight, but Robert Pattinson's been in some dope movies.
Oh no, I saw Tenet, and Tenet was dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to see him, because and I think this is my own perception of it. The Dark Knight, which is in my, like I'd said before, was the greatest Batman movie out of all the whole franchises.
I literally just watched it earlier today.
Okay. And even though Christian Bale had the whole voice change and everything else, that the whole concept of the movie, the darkness of it, the brutalness of it, it was just like, the movie was like that movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to come up with a new Batman with the Riddler, even looks like he might be crazy, you know what I'm saying?
He looks.
Yeah. He's walking around in the fucking gas mask, right? So I think it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I want to see how you pay homage to Batman. How dark and gritty this really, really can get, because it looks really, really dark and gritty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then still be a superhero. Yeah. So it's like, please don't disappoint me.
Yeah,
because I'm ready for it.
You know what? Sorry, I gotta do this.
I just asked you.
So what? You don't always get what you ask for.
But you know I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, I know you are. Where's your line? You didn't put a line.
I still got the shoulders. It hasn't dropped yet.
Okay. Yeah, I got to do a little bit of work after this. My seams is going to be a little crooked. It's okay.
Get you some tea or coffee. It'll.
I'm not still see.
Oh man. So yeah, I'm definitely geeked about this.
No, I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited about tomorrow night.
Yes.
I've had these tickets for like 3 weeks now.
Man.
Yeah.
See, I'm just waiting to the weekend because my schedule. But yeah.
I got lucky. I don't have to work on Friday. So.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's what's up.
All right.
So I guess this closest to the Batman.
The Batman. Cheers.
Let's hope it's good.
All right. So that's our latest episode of Movie Therapy Podcast, or Surratt and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Thank you for rocking with us. I know we're kind of dumb, but that's what we are.
Yeah, okay. We just accept it.
Yep. Yeah, and if you listen to us, then that means you like what we do, and we appreciate it, and we hope you keep listening to us.
Indeed.
And if you have any comments or you want to, have any ideas of how we can make this a little better, we might listen to you, or we might just do our own thing. Either way, just let us know.
Yeah. Everybody has an opinion. Just make it worth talking about. Don't be like Twitter.
Yeah.
Just say some dumb shit because you got lips to say the shit.
I can't even picture you on Twitter.
No, fuck that. No.
What kind of social media do you have? Just out of curiosity. Nothing, right?
YouTube.
YouTube is Facebook, right? Or you
I'm not. No.
You used to have Facebook.
I used to. Once I cut myself off of all that shit, I've been so much more at peace.
I see. I think that too. I think I should, but at the same time, I use a lot of it to network.
Well, see, it's different if you're networking and you use it for work and everything else. Me personally, I first, because I didn't want to get in it when it first came out. It took me 10 years to actually get on it when it came out.
Yeah.
And then when it did, it was cool. But then I realized, it's a bunch of fucking idiots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They feel like there's somebody important because they could type some words on the fucking keyboard. All right, listen, dumbass, meet me in the street. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
talk that same shit.
You know what's kind of crazy, and I didn't think about this till like recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know Pam, Tippy's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know Pam.
No, look. I don't know how to clean that up because it's really for the viewers that means absolutely nothing, but at the same time I can't clean it up.
There's nothing happened. It's just he knows
we took pictures on Santa Claus's lap, you know.
But she actually used to go to what college was it in Boston? Begins with a B. I forget what the name of the college was.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember back in like 2004, she was telling me about Facebook and how like she's on her Facebook in school. And this is before it became its big giant thing.
Mm.
She's it's Facebook. And then, you do all this for your friends. And then when I started watching the movie, the Social Network, they were talking about it. And I was like, oh yeah, that was fucking when Pam was showing me in 2004. Like she was on Facebook and doing all this different shit. I was like, God damn, that was crazy. Social media shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, I use.
Tell her I said hi. You talk to her again.
I will.
Okay.
I will. Hey, Pam, Chris says hi. I'm gonna blow up the picture that you have of you and her on the Santa's lap, and then send it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Asian persuasion, baby. No joke. Let me stop. Oh shit. But yeah. Social media to me, I mean, I get it for people that do it because when I first got on it, it was a way to keep in contact with people, which I thought was cool. All my military friends, some family.
Yeah.
But then I realized, you know what? I love you guys, but I'm better off across the street where I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
As long as you can get access at some point, which that's where your boy comes in handy.
Yeah, because everybody seeks you out.
It's so funny. Look, you're like, hey, you know where Chris is? I'm like, first of all, I don't know you.
Yeah, for real. But shit, they see me and they hit you up like, hey, this, that. Like my homegirl just like, yeah, you know, I follow your friend secretly because I know you appear at him sometimes, so I can keep up with you. I'm like, really? I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, but social media is great for networking and like creating a whole new revenue stream. And just, I mean, that's it's as far as business goes, it comes in handy. But
definitely.
Yeah. But at the same time, like if you get too into it, that shit becomes fucking toxic as fuck. And that's the first time I've ever, you know what? I'm kind of upset with myself. That's the first time I ever used the word toxic like that.
Really?
I always said I would never use the word toxic like that. I would never, there's certain words I don't want to use, but social media could just, it can infect your everyday life. So that's why I made it a point to just, you know, do minimal on it and then always just post dog videos. If you look at my Instagram, you just mostly see like random dog videos and people doing dope shit. That's the only thing that I really post on there anymore.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it was a bad idea. It's just that whole thing about you are who you are in real life, and then you are who you are behind the scenes.
Yeah,
I've got to see it, and there's a lot of people that I had a lot of respect for. And then I saw them type some shit like, whether we ain't all that cool. They'll be cool with me when you see me in person because you just wrote this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and this has nothing to do with what you just said, but like by recently, I mean within the last day or two, I got a phone call from someone who's family. And then I realized that person isn't actually family. It was someone who used a phone number, who got that person's name and was using that name to try to get closer to me in order to get closer to who I'm close to. It was fucking weird. And I was just like, I ended up texting. I was like, hey, did you just call me? And she was like, nah, I didn't call. I was like, yo, I sent her the fucking shit. I'm like, this person just all this different shit. And she was like, oh, fuck. Like, first of all, how does this person know I know you? And secondly, like, it's fucking nuts. I'm like, yeah, that's the shit I deal with all the time online. It's just people that are jumping through hoops in order to get access to the people I know. And it's fucking nuts.
How much time do you have in your hands to do that dumb shit?
I don't know.
Go mow a fucking lawn or something. Shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Go
and don't do it on the fucking lawnmower. You got the whole cup holding your ride, and get you a push fucking mower and get some workout, get some energy out your system.
I don't know. I kind of want one of them little riding mowers.
Look, honestly, I need one.
Yeah.
But you know, I have a long guy, so I'm cool. However,
your bougie ass. I got a long guy.
I got fucking land, goddammit. However, if I was to ever have to do this shit myself, I'm gonna get a push one. I want the workout. I do.
Bruh. I love a good workout as much as the next man. My ass is getting a riding lawnmower.
Fuck that. I'm gonna give you some Jack Daniels and I'm gonna push that son bitch.
Yeah, right. You're gonna get 30 feet and you're like, fuck this shit. Let me just call this motherfucker and do it for me. I'm gonna get a riding one. I can put a beer on the side. I don't even drink beer.
I'm gonna say you don't even drink beer.
Yeah, I'll put a cider. I'll put an Angry Orchard on the side, blast some music, and just get the gangsta lean.
You get some ribs on it.
Get some hydraulics on that motherfucker.
Look, your yard gonna look like a fucking.
Like, why your shit look wavy, bro? That's the style. That's the new style.
Oh man, you gotta have a wavy lawn, man.
Yeah.
They go from 2 inches to 5 inches, back to 2 to 5 to 2. It keeps going. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So that's our podcast for this week. We just did like 3 hours, a little over 3 hours. It's all good.
Shit. Oh, this is give me. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Now you can eat your fucking high caloric salad.
No, look, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
Well, if I got taco salad,
no shell. You know what I'm saying?
I ran out. I made a bunch of chicken thighs the other day, so I actually got to put something out from the freezer right now. But I just made a bunch of hard boiled eggs, and I made some bacon twists. God damn! See that? See that knee slap? It's just good.
I thought you were trying to smack an ass. They would have thought it being there.
No, hell no. So good, make you want to slap your mama.
You slap your mama, she gonna send you back to Cambodia.
She done threatened me my whole life.
I know.
Actually, that's on the bucket list. Once my parents retire, we're going to Cambodia.
Look, yeah, I need to.
Invitation is to you too.
Look, I need to eat.
No, fuck you. You ain't trying to eat. You trying to get them lady boys, and you.
Look, I don't even know what the fuck a lady boy is. Look, we had this discussion. I want some good, authentic Cambodian food.
No, I need to go back, and I've never been back to Cambodia, so I need to. So yeah. So I want to say in the next year or two, as soon as I figure it out, I'm gonna buy my parents' tickets, buy my tickets, and just I'll let you know, and we'll figure it all out. But yeah, it'll be a family trip back to Cambodia, unless my brothers are like little bitches and they don't want to go because they, whatever.
Look, they eat steak cooked 3 seconds on each side. I can't fuck with that.
Yeah, I know. Because you're a brother. You need that hockey puck.
No, I don't even need that. Nah.
All right. Cool. All right. So that was this week's podcast. I know we've been,
Yeah. But yeah. It was good. Right. It was good.
Yeah, that's all right. Next week's the Batman.
This indeed.
Our idiot brother. All right. Go check him out and we'll hit you up next week. All right. Peace.